guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Welcome to the Midwest. That's right, Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, playing host to round 3 of 4 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Midwest Mayhem going down. TGIFD. Thank goodness it's Formula Drift. That's right, as we move one step closer to finding out who will be our 2026 PROSPEC champion. Here's our highlights of the round of 32. This is how we got to the 16. Dmitry Brutsky and Human Rahimi, as these two did battle, and then finally Dmitry Brutsky came out on top. Some mistakes on either side, and basically forcing it one more time, so they went back at it like a track addict. As we are looking at Jason Webb coming to us from South Africa. Him and Coffin had battle not once but twice, and the South African came out on top. Then we saw the young one go out early, who had such a great run until a tire fire. That's not what caused it, but basically just came to a halt, and unfortunately the smoldering went out for him and his journey through 32 into 16. Matt Jerry Johnson, what an electric personality. The car's on fire, and so is he.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he got a little bit of a gift there from Knappich, as you know, I think he made up for it by making his car there, Jared, as we look on to Cameron Sorensen getting taking over Kelsey Rowlands here in the top 32, doing a great job piloting that BMW across the course. I think he's got a little bit to polish up, but yeah, and his sister also in the battle area.
Big sis here, Amanda Sorensen. She got a gift as well because, again, let's be honest, she needs to dial it up, tune it up just a little bit in order to advance on from the 16 to 8 as we whittle it down. The younger brother, Cameron Sorensen, cheering on big sis Amanda Sorensen, their brother, competing in the Pro Championship. Talking about B. Sorensen, Brandon Sorensen. All right, at this time, you see the red, white, and blue out here in the field of dreams or nightmares, depending on how you end up from 16 or 8. If you build it, they will drift it. So if you could, please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem. Thank you.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Round of applause for Clayton Anderson. Thank you for performing the national anthem. And now we introduce you to our drivers who made their way, some from battle brackets and now from 32 to 16. We kick things off with the first car park. This gentleman looking mean in that Fitment Industries S chassis, the number 312. Make some noise for Colin Zielinski. Moving on down the line, our winner at round 1 of the PROSPEC Championship. He's in that Fuel Lab Yellow Speed Racing BMW. Make some noise for Corey Talaska. Another gentleman that made a lot of noise coming all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. He was on the box in Atlanta. He'd love to duplicate it because he is non-stop tuning in his convertible BMW. It is Jason Webb. Now a father of two. I know his wife and kids and all the cats. The cat daddy are cheering him on from home. Make some noise for number 97. It is Jerry Johnson. Double duty in the ProSpec, a busy man here this weekend. The Garage District BMW's first time here in the top 16. Make some noise for Carson Ruger. Up next, chilling like a villain, leaning up on his FDF S chassis. Make some noise for Cabot Cardoso. From this gentleman flying solo to look at this fleet of gentlemen right here, as you can see him in his Howard's Cam vehicle. Make some noise for Christian Catrone. Coming us all the way from the Southwest, Queen Creek, Arizona to be exact, he is the one, the only Dustin Farrell. Earlier, he did a little bit of facelift earlier, got a nose job, but he is back at it. Make some noise for the commander from the Navy, Josh Stewart. He might be a one-man band, but this guy's everywhere. He's working, he's twerking, and he is absolutely here in the top 16, driving that 961 BMW. It is Sam Magmumi. The big sister of the Sorensen trio. Here she is in top 16 in that quad lock Rockstar energy drink. BMW from Las Vegas. It is Amanda Sorensen. Moving on down the line, the youngest driver ever to podium in Formula Drift history at our previous round in Connecticut. He's piloting the Optima Batteries BMW. It is Cameron Sorensen. The Lordco Racing Nissan. See, he's got fans right here up in the booth. Make some noise for him. It is Matt Rashitsky. You know him, you love him. He's got his family by his side, cheering him on. Never settle, ISC suspension, BMW. Make some noise. Most recent winner, Dmitry Brutsky. And last, but definitely not least, he pilots the Field Suspension S chassis. He's got a smile on his face. Let's see if he can keep that grin and win. It is Sean Booth. And as you can see, there are 15 drivers out there as we are scheduled to have top 16, but due to the incident earlier, we saw Dempster, we saw Cole, and basically nobody advances on, regardless of, so it's a blank spot. So actually, Cameron Sorensen will be getting a fast pass from the 16 going into the 8. So you can see as our top 16 driver bracket has been shaped up. Like I said, it's a top 15, given the situation and scenario. If you didn't see it earlier, Casey Cole, Dempster, both went to the wall. It was incomplete. It was this, it was that. It was a little tumultuous. You can go back and review the tail of the tape. But Cameron Sorensen, here's a gift, buddy. Halfway through the year, it's Christmas in July for you, kiddo.
Absolutely, and the last day of July, no matter. But yeah, we got a really stacked top 16 here, Jared. Coming out of the gate, our second battle, Sean Booth and Corey Talaska. Look at that. That's just going to be just grinning, fighting. It's going to be a real tough
Yeah, that's going to be
there.
a battle right there. If Sam Magmumi steps up like we know he can, as wow, bringing back is that the Bernie right there? Wow, we're going retro with that. He's got the blue blockers and the Bernie turning it up. All right, yeah, we got Webb versus Stewart. We got a few great battles there. Dustin Farrell,
Catrone, and John. Speaking of Johnson, he's going to battle a Corvette battle here.
Oh, that'll be great. So again, there is Zelensky Power. And Zielinski has Carson Ruger. So definitely some great battles throughout the brackets. You can see them all right there. So Webb and Stewart, Johnson and Catrone, as we talked about, Amanda Sorensen and Rashetsky. And you know, I think this is, I think the chips really fell where they should have. You know, Leonard, it was a tough battle, obviously going against Dustin. Jacob Duncan, that was a tough one because he went against his homeboy Sean Booth. He did well,
especially after winning seeding yesterday. We thought, you know, he was going to really take it far, but mechanical gremlins will bite you.
Shelly Hansen, she was somebody that obviously pushed just maybe a little too hard. Knappich went to the wall earlier, but overall, you know, this is where we're at. It's a new track. There is no data, you know, even for the pro drivers. A lot of the drivers, you know, we had our break, we had the autograph signing with Pro and PROSPEC. A lot of them saying, man, I love this track. It's good. It's for, you know, 4 transitions, 7 zones overall, 1 being an inside clip of those, but I like the 2 outside clips. That's what I was going to say too, which is, no, it's okay. You know, they're not zones. They're literally just hit it and quit it, or a touch and go, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically a pylon or a beacon on the wall, the chevrons on the wall that denote that. So we saw some great driving earlier. We saw some driving that does need to get, let's just call it as, a little more refined if they are expecting to move on from 16-8, eventually 4, and then potentially win. You can see a little bit of drops there on the camera, which, you know, look, I love the burnout. Look at the burnout box. It is just so dark black. Yeah, the bob is a blob. As you know, we had our halftime break. It was just over 2 hours, so a good time to high five and handshakes all around. Very, very cool. So it was awesome. So again, seeing some fans here showing up here, casual Friday, but right now it is all PROSPEC as we are here at Midwest Mayhem, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let's get hyped and see who's going to come out on top. We're not stopping until we find out who's on top of the podium.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
What a beautiful backdrop here in Indy. Midwest Mayhem is what we deemed it prior to the event. Having not come here, you know, this is the first time I showed up on Thursday yesterday and was like, all right, okay. I saw the layout, saw what they debuted, saw what the driver liaisons worked out, and the staff and everybody, and I had high expectations. It's delivering, and it's living up to the name.
Absolutely.
Mayhem, it's in the Midwest. We know that. The Mayhem, TBD, but it showed up.
Yeah, a little foreboding there.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. It's been fun. It's been chaotic. But like I said, I joke about the field of dreams off in the distance, the cornfield, right? If you build it, they will come. But if you build it and if you name it, joy and pain, mayhem, and bang, right there. And that was probably the most sensational incident we've seen, but we saw more in pro and in pro spec. And that gentleman right there, he fought. Both these guys are actually in it.
That's right.
And
so are the other guys we saw.
16, yeah. And so are Matt Field and Adam LZ as we are taking a look at Talaska. This is zero chill Wills right there, and gets into a tussle with the wall, unable to fix his car. This is the incident. This is the Casey Cole Dempster incident. Dempster whammo, who was just absolutely ripping. Talking to Derek Madison, his spotter, he was saying that basically, you know, Cole was going off. He followed him out there, this, that, and the other thing. And I don't know, Cotty was set for trajectory to drive all the way back home, man.
Whichever way.
If there was a ramp, he was going to jump it, man. Keys to victory, open it up.
Yeah, what the judges want to see here, we want to stay high and committed on that bank. You just want to see good angle, commitment, quick, snappy transitions. We got 4 of them on this round, which is absolutely great. And patience. This is kind of a new one I've seen on the screen here, but we've talked about that temperament that these drivers, especially in the chase, I think they're referring to, just waiting to strike and doing it at the right time.
Because we saw earlier, it was evident, like I said earlier, it was the Webb Kaufman battle that I thought just had really great patience. But then there was somebody else, I can't remember who it was, but it was just so chaotic that I was like, man, what is going on here? So
it was Knappich and Johnson, because they're refined drivers. But I think just the jitters get to them. I always say this is a mental game of inches, as you say, between the what? Between the ears. That's right.
Yep. So our 3 judges here this weekend, all 4 are here, but the ones that are active and judging: Robin Ishida, Brian Egger, and Reese Marin. So they're scrutinizing our 7 zones and talking about our 4 transitions overall. So a great facility, great track. So thank you so much to the staff as well as the fans. I'm Jared Dienda. This is Matt Sopa. Matt Sopa, co-host for the ProSpec Championship, and doing double duty this weekend. We were just talking about that of the elements. You kind of have physical and mental. Even yesterday, you're helping out ProSpec down on the track, and then you got to come up here and rap out about what you love.
Yeah, these guys are burning up the tires, and I was burning up my forehead, as you may or may not have seen.
I saw your photo. I was like, this close, it didn't look that bad. You took off your hat. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you put it back on.
Yeah, no, but you're going to be down on the line tomorrow.
Correct.
With Pro Championship, and again, you have your company. You're a drifter. You're an engineer. You're a father. You're a husband, and you love this stuff.
Yeah, it's great. You know, you what did they say? If you love your job, it's never work.
No, you work every day.
Yeah.
But, literally. But
it's not like laborious.
The old adage, yes, you love this, and you obviously live this, and that's what it's all about. There is our temporary wall that we put up for this instance, and that is all about safety being the #1 priority. It has claimed some victims as we sensationalize that, but that is all about safety, because if you pan out a little bit more, just on the other side of that wall, there's a wall that has a leading edge. That's what we're protecting everybody from. As we take a look back at our Pro Spec season recap, it was Dmitry Brudsky. He fought for it, but eventually it was Corey Talaska who got on top of the box, got the top spot, and Jason Webb almost won the dang thing in his maiden voyage to Alaska. He's been campaigning. He does have his pro license, but he chose to stay in Pro Spec this year. Then you can see him right there. Lons, unfortunately, was doing really well. He did get on the podium, the youngest podium. I mean, the second and third drivers, their age didn't even equate to what Dmitry Brudsky's age is.
Right. We talked about
I'm so
that.
sorry, Dima, but I got to call you out there. But Dmitry Brudsky shows you why he's multiple Pro Spec champion, and this is his backyard. People from his church, he had friends, he had family, he had extended family. He brought somebody from Chili's. I'm joking. He brought so many people out there.
Applebee's.
It was, my bad, a neighborhood place. As Dmitry Brudsky, speaking of him, our most recent winner and our current points leader, never settle in the BMW. His son looking like he's an extra from the Eminem music video Stan, but he is spotting. He's in his ear. Dmitry Brudsky, Sam Magmumi, 2 very proven BMW drivers that have a lot of power, that know how to drive. This should be a good one. If they just tune it up, you're going to see one heck of a show right out of the gate in top 16.
Yep, a couple of purebred BMWs. They're no strangers to this world, and so Let's see how they
Send
do.
it, baby. Lick the stamp and send it. COD, cash on delivery. Windshield wipers are on there for Brudski. Magmubi massages his way to the side of Brudski. A little bit lower is Magmubi. Now Dimitri drops in to that inside clip. There's that patience we're talking about. Right on that edge. Well executed there by Brudski. Going to the outside zone, going back to elevation change. Magmubi, look at that rate of angle going in, but it ends up biting him. He gets a little bit of grip. Doesn't find his way all the way up to that second to last outside chevron up on the fencing.
I gotta hand it to Sam here. He kind of showed up in the chase position.
Yeah.
At face value here. He was doing a great job keeping up with that current points leader. As we're gonna throw it down to Lorette for some weather
Lorette,
updates.
what's the weather down there?
Yeah, well, the skies are trying to open up. There's a little bit of rain that's coming down from the skies. I'm going to ask Sean real quick. Sean, are you worried about the rain that's trying to fall?
Not one bit. I'm from Florida, so we're used to it.
How do you think this could potentially change the track?
I mean, if anything, it just makes it a little looser, but I just talked to my spotter after the first run. He said it looks the same.
Looks the same. So a lot of guys thinking that the grip is going to remain the same. It's sprinkling, like it's not heavy, it's not really coming down. The asphalt is still dry, so I think that's a really good sign.
It's basically if I get really excited and talking to you, I spit at you a little bit.
And it just evaporates.
And it just evaporates. Yeah, you see it and you're like, oh, sorry. That's kind of, it's just a bit annoying, you know, but if it stays like this, Sean, I didn't know he had a crystal ball as a shift knob, but he could be telling the future there. So Sam Magmubi will be leading in that 961 BMW. Dimitri Brudski chasing him down. Let's see if you gave some flowers there to Magmubi. It's July 31st, not February 14th there, Valentine. As Sam Magmubi, good angle there. He drops in. Brudski needs to apply the pressure, but patience, young grasshopper. As Magmubi goes into an outside zone, 3, now going into 4. Brudski, there it is. Let's see if he can, look at that, sink in the sword. See, he finds his way all the way up there. Magmubi extends himself a little bit out there. Yes. Good driving. This is what I was looking for. This is what I expected. This is exactly what I expected. Looks like Street Bike Tommy right there hanging out, but all right, and a little Timu Pastrana there on the left even. So as we take a look at this again here, our Racer Network replay.
Yeah, Sam showed up again, and I think it kind of shook Brudski here in the chase position. I really liked Sam's line. I feel like Brudski was kind of a little wider there. He did drop a tire here. It looked like in live action, maybe a little later, but Sam's checking all those boxes, and Brudski's sacrificing a little bit of angle there to gain that proximity. You'll see here how close Sam gets. Straightens out, makes an adjustment, does drop a tire there, and finishes out fair to Midland there. Could have been a little deeper in that last outer clip. As we take another look here from Justin Smash as we get through the infield, you can see Brudski kind of cutting the line there. I don't feel like maybe get a side-by-side, BC Racing side-by-side. We'll see if Sam kind of, I don't think he did the same thing as Brudski's kind of, you know, I think he's a little off-put. He's put on his heels, the back of his feet here with Sam's performance here in the top 16. He's doing a great job of showing us how it's done.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I don't think the judges even need it. I think their scores are already inputted.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I think maybe, you know, again, this is something that, you know, we're calling the action. We're just going right into it. I mean, Reese got up. He had to grab a bottle of water, but he put his score in and got right up. So
I'm here for it.
Yeah, well, expediting this adventure here in the top 16. Who's moving on? Brudski, slide him left. Magmubi, slide him right. As Brudski gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and make it 3. Dimitri Brudski, I think just that patience and not the surging. You're right. Magmubi had those moments of aggression and just going, but Brudski was consistent throughout it, and also that second to last outside zone that showed the car control from start to finish. In my eyes, that's kind of what I was.
You looking for head bob?
Yeah, I'm looking for head bob. I don't know if you listen to me. They kind of tuned me out at some point. Start becoming like the Peanuts teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Sean Booth, he talked about the conditions. He's from Florida. We'll see if this Floridian driver or coming to us from Wisco as Corey Talaska, he's a fellow Wisconsin.
Yeah,
did you know that?
Snow driver.
He built a house in Wisconsin. I don't know if you heard that, but Sean Booth, Corey Talaska, going at it. So our second battle of the top 16, that field suspension S chassis, Talaska again, the winner in Atlanta. Booth, a lot of pressure on him, a lot of high hopes for this driver as Booth drops in. Big angle, pulling away from Talaska. He's looking like he's scrambling. He's grasping at straws here as Booth is consistent. Look at that, just good transitioning. I mean, again, he's working with Bodhi Bakshi's, the field suspension on the corners and on the doors as he brings it all the way home. Sean, very fluid, man. Speaking of water, it might not be raining, but he might be like Bruce Lee and flowing like water on this track right there.
Yeah, that was an incredible performance from Sean Booth here. I don't think I can take anything away from it. We talk about Talaska's chase. I feel like right there he was showing his temperament. I thought he was going to like strike a little harder here, but it just kind of fell apart for Talaska in the chase. As Booth is just almost on his own. As Talaska tries to keep his presence here, as Booth is just checking the boxes twice as we get through this course. Could have been a little bit deeper there. We're in the top 16, and especially there, if he goes on forward, he's going to polish those little points up there because we want to see some paint on those walls.
Yeah, but overall, I think everybody was like, wow, that's the Booth we anticipated out of the gate at
Since
round
Atlanta,
one.
yeah,
and everybody was like, dude, Booth's kind of one to watch, you
There
know,
it is.
and that's what we're looking for. And again, talking to him and his team, you know, he wants to live up to that. So Talaska now, he's got the clean air, so he was back there quite a bit. I think he's going to pour it on a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't overcook it, and that's where things go wrong. You know, like, okay, I got to drive fast. And look at this. There he goes. He done and dusted there. Talaska dials in on that inside zone. Look at the angle that Talaska carries. Booth very shallow on the chase, coming out of that smoke on the inside clip. Talaska, let's see how he executes his second to last zone, brings it on out. Yes, much deeper there. Can't even see Booth, but he pops out of the smoke like he catches an early flight home from a magic show. Has great driving right out the gate. Top 16 in PROSPEC, delivering, just saying, as Sean Booth and Talaska absolutely rising to the occasion. Second battle, and here we are seeing some amazing driving.
Man, I just wish we had had some chases as good as these leads. Look at Talaska out front. He's owning that, where Booth is about 3 to 5 business days behind there on the bank, as Talaska does a great job in that inner clip. Booth just trying to play catch-up this entire time. He's way further back than Talaska was in his chase. As Talaska does what he needs to do out front. Let's see how close he gets to this one. About the same as Booth. Booth is right there with him. He comes back late in the game. I just feel like it's going to be too little, too late to really shine the judges on. They both, I can just see the reactions here. They both really love the leads.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what it's going to come up to. I mean, I feel like
I think it was chases though too, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, top 16. They were barely in the same county.
Okay. All right. I mean, just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
Just like your opinion, man.
The dude abides.
Yep. Zelinski at Taurus. Again, I don't know how he doesn't have a magic wand as a handbrake, dude. But slide him left for Booth or right for Corey Talaska, and Corey Talaska gets the victory. Sean, great lead run, but I'll tell you what, just made too many mistakes in that chase position. He was back there. He was way off the inside clip. Some great driving. Sean, great lead run, but I think it was just the chase runs that were really definitive there. And Talaska, he did enough, and I think Sean just made too many little mistakes. And again, that lead run as well, Sean was off of that second to last zone. And
that's
right.
right.
You pointed that out. So overall, I think Corey Talaska, again, he's feeling it, and he stepped up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he stepped up. He's like, okay, and he could have easily overkicked it, but let's move on to our next battle. This should be a good one too. Zelinski and Ruger.
Oh yes.
Again, Carson knows what he can do. He knows what he's capable of, but he has to chase. So right out of the gate, he needs to be aggressive, really bang on his door, maybe force an error to Colin Zelinski, but Zelinski knows who is behind him, and you can't miss him. He is a tall building in that skyline of the drift world. Here we go. So Zelinski initiating Fitment Industries S chassis. Ruger, he's back there. All right, so Zelinski pulling away. So you talk about a different area code. Now Zelinski overcooking it. That might have helped Carson Ruger being so far back. Now he drops into formation. That gap has been closed. And now coming in, if he applies some pressure, Zelinski way off course. Oh, buddy, you can see him just grasping. See him just hammering down. He's like, re-entering Earth's atmosphere, and the nose is on fire, and he re-enters and just tries to land that thing.
You could hear the vibrations up here in the booth of that V8 just hitting limiter. It was amazing. And you can feel his foot just went right through the floor on that. But Ruger, a little failure to launch here through the bank here as we take another look at Zelinski coming way wide on that inner clip. That's going to be something that Ruger can improve on in his lead as Zelinski swings it back and forth. I don't know if the grip levels are a little more now that the sun hasn't been out on the track. We've got a little off there. Like you said, another 1, 2, not quite 3, 3 isn't incomplete, but he kept it lit, and Ruger stayed right there with him. He did kind of sacrifice the line right at the end, so
he had to re-enter though, and he gave him some room to re-enter, because if he was even closer to him, he would have just impeded on his line. Yeah,
there was a lot of give and take there between the lead and chase. So, well, Ruger will get the clean air and that Garagistic BMW, and Zielinski will give chase, and this should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm expecting Carson Ruger to really rise to the occasion. He has a big window of opportunity here. If he puts the car in the right places, doesn't overcook it, and doesn't up, but look at Zielinski knows he needs to make up for those mistakes. Ruger drops in. There's Zielinski pushing him around, and that's what he needs to do, man. Here goes Carson Ruger past that outside zone, and Zielinski drops into formation. Looks like he might have made a mistake there. I don't think Ruger parked him. Patience is that key. Again, you're not getting a lot of speed through the S's, and Carson, his placement was really good. He banged the wall there a little too aggressive. That's not, I don't think, in my eyes, going to be a straightening. I'm kind of leaning, and I don't know if they're listening or they are within earshot.
It looked like he was past the finish line and drift.
Yeah, they're going to look at it here real quick.
Yeah, Ruger, you know, he might not have had as much momentum, but he looked a lot more stable. I think that is the key word here. He did lose a little momentum. I felt like he had a lot of corrections in the car that we couldn't really see that slowed his momentum for the inner clip, but he had a much better proximity to it. Zielinski making up a lot of ground, but what happened here? 1, 2, almost 3 off for Zielinski. So like I said, 3 tires off the course there isn't incomplete. We're going to have to go through maybe some different angles and figure that out. But overall, Ruger did a great job in the lead position.
Yeah, and you want to come unwound there. He had control of the car. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So look at that. Zielinski getting tight to him. Smash as Zielinski smashes his door. So right here just gets overcooks it, goes off course. And I'll tell you, you know, if I was a spotter and I'm Zielinski's spotter, Carson hasn't been the fastest through the course.
Okay.
He historically, just through this event, has placed the car really well. Not massive angle, but isn't the fastest and expediting really quick. His rate to angle has been consistent, not rapid, not slow, but he's just placing the car properly. So I got to think it's going to slide right, and there it is. Carson Ruger gets the victory. Zielinski just too many mistakes and just a little too loose. He needs to tighten it up here. So as we are moving on, and so is this gentleman who is with Lorette Nickel.
Thank you so much. And I just have to tell everyone that when his team found out that he won, they were in the golf cart in front of us and we heard them scream, which was so amazing. Because going against Sean Booth, you knew that this was going to be a really tricky battle.
Oh yeah, he's a killer. There's no other way to say that. He's been the most consistent all weekend. Honestly, all year. It's small little things that are keeping him from standing on the box. So battling him was super fun, but definitely one of the most challenging battles I've had in a long time. He got in my head, you know? His casual mentality, I'm like, man, this guy's ready. I'm like, again, I told you before this, I was in a different zone before that battle, and it kind of like that pushed me into the zone where I feel comfortable now. Totally different wave of emotion, you know?
Interesting, because for as long as I've known you, there's not a lot that scrambles your eggs. So, I mean, I guess to come in today feeling like you were in a different place and then going against Sean, I mean, you really had to focus here.
Yeah, a ton of focus. We came into it. I felt a little not fully dialed like all weekend. So going against him, who again is consistent, and we had a really good entry on him, but he phased me on the decel. I got a little bit too, and I was like, man, I'm really going to have to make up for it. And I don't know where that lead came from, but it was somewhere in here somewhere. So I got to just thank our guys and Yellow Speed and Gyroline and stuff for this car coming together. One of the co-founders of Gyroline was here. He helped kind of put some hands on the car before this top 16 battle, so just a lot of fun.
Well, this is so much fun. Formula Drift, we are in top 16. Gang, do not go anywhere. We're just going to take a short break.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, No compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome back. We are already 3 battles into the top 16, and they have been barn burners already. Really, really well done. Midwest Mayhem has come up and risen to the occasion, as these drivers have. Brudski, Talaska, and Ruger. Don't be caught slipping or sleeping here, as Webb and the commander, Stewart. You can see him right there, Josh Stewart, representing the Navy. I mean, he's in, was the Navy. Retired.
Yeah, I believe he's commander retired.
Commander retired. All right, well, coming all the way from Cape Town, South Africa, this convertible Mustang. Look at that on the wrong side, the right side, whatever. It's the side that he's familiar with.
It's the correct side, yeah, exactly.
It's the correct side from his country. Jason Webb and Josh Stewart. So Ford versus Chevy, South Africa versus Bowling Green, Kentucky. Where they got LS Fest, so very fitting there. Lots of events.
They also have Ford Fest. Yeah.
They got Mopar.
They got all the fests.
They got EV. They got a lot of fests going on down there in Bowling Green. Great little city, by the way.
Yeah, I gotta get over it. Yeah. Everyone bugs me to bring the Fusion out to the Ford Fest, but it's so far
It's
away.
a hike. Call Nick Swan. Swan, I got somebody coming. So he's gonna come stay with you. Big Swan. You gotta love Swan. All right, so here we go. Moving on with our 4th battle of the top 16. Jason Webb and Josh Stewart. Jason Webb forced to go one more time earlier. Josh Stewart got in a little incident. Who was that with? That was with Heichman earlier. And
got something going on with Mustangs here.
Yeah, I know. It's just exclusively battle Mustangs, bro. Well, whoever goes on has to battle Carson Ruger, regardless of the outcome. So here we go. Jason Webb will lead nonstop tuning. Just doesn't stop. He's nonstop tuning.
Constant tuning.
All right, Jason Webb. He's got Justin Pollock GTP in his ear and the NST. Initiates into the outside zone. Look at that. Webb is throwing webs and sticking it to the wall as Stewart comes up very shallow on that inside clip. Look at the angle that Webb has here. Now coming through the outside zone. Let's see how he navigates. Man, Stewart just hates the front end of his car. He just really wants to take it off once again there, but that's what he's got to do as Webb dragging the wall. That angle right there on outside zone 7 was so well done. I really liked how I finished. You saw him locked, and he was like 90. That was gangster.
That is a JTP kit in there in action. Favorite wall ride so far of top 16, ain't gonna lie. Stewart, on the other hand, fell a little bit hard halfway through here, but Webb always using that car at its full potential. I just love the transitions. They're smooth. He brings the car, the rate of angle he's using. It's kind of hard to chase, but it's not unchaseable. Stewart's trying to do his best there. He's not quite matching it, but he's doing a great job sticking it to his bumper and staying close to his door and doing a great job putting the pressure on that Mustang. He does sacrifice a little anger there, as you can see it in that chase cam, as Webb brings it around to that last outer clip, and you can just see how close they almost wheel to wheel as he tries to peel the back of that Mustang off and just using all the angle, full of style, and deleting the spoiler right at the end.
Man, I'll tell you what, and this Mustang, this is like his OG drift Gymkhana car, as Max is. I mean, this car has been around. It's seen a lot of. It's called, what is battle? I don't know. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I was just
Max.
gonna say that.
There we go.
There we go.
You got to yank it. And I was just telling Reese over here that was the best execution, but this thing has seen a lot of battle damage, a lot. So it's bounced back, and I'll tell you what, there's a little bit of hopes, dreams, bubblegum, and talent behind this car right here.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes, dreams, and bubblegum. So let's see the finest South African gum hold together here. Bubblicious. I don't know what the brand is down in Cape Town, but and now he's the chase car. So strap it in and let's get that thing, the Incredible Hulk, moving. As we can see Stewart, he's going to be pulling the line, and Webb staggering to start here a little bit, seeing what he's got for him. We're looking at Talaska and Brudski. That's cool. These two gentlemen are going to be doing battle. You saw that, touching gloves there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Brudski in the cockpit, and Talaska going up, and see if he's breathing right. He's rocking that Breathe Right strip. He's been using those for a little bit. I asked about it. He's like, I can just smell colors now. All right, so Josh Stewart will lead, and Webb will be chasing him down. Here comes Stewart. That Stewart fam team initiating Webb, as sensational as it was in the lead. Maybe he's given himself some room, but Stewart definitely changed his tune from earlier in that chase run. But again, ooh, look at that max angle there. Webb did adapt to that. He did modify that, so that is really well executed. And Stewart, want to see that overhead truth serum angle there. But I'll tell you, very different Stewart from the lead to the chase. Got it refined, maybe more confident, having not gone against Jason Webb. You know, this is rookie year, but Webb on the podium in Atlanta, second.
Super surprised Webb just didn't stick it to him right off the gate here. Stewart was riding that zone completely, not even coming out of it early, set himself up great for that first inner clip. Webb just a little bit behind the party here, as Stewart's doing a great job shining the judges on with his lead lap and also using just as much as angles Webb did in his lead run. And I think that's why Webb just, I feel like he's shook. He's like, wow, this guy's really out here hanging it out and having a little bit of a time to put the pressure on, as I think he wanted to. We'll take a look at our chase cam here as Webb trying to get back to the door of that C6 Corvette. You know, his timing, his transitions, well, we can only do so much when you're that far back and just not quite in the pocket where he needed to be. So that's going to round out that battle, and it's in the judges' hands now.
Yeah, we have completed that. The Drift Farm Motorsports. You can see just the lineup, and this gentleman he's got so much composure. He's very grateful. His wife by his side. He's just has this demeanor to him that is very calming. Just talking to Webb, he just has just a really calm demeanor. Talking about Jason Webb here. So one more time. Jason Webb and Jason Webb. So Jason Webb narrowly knocks it out there, as Robbie Nishida is going with the one more time. But I'm going to throw the headset here on Reese Marin and elaborate. You and Brian sided with the South African driver.
Yeah, we just felt like he did a lot. For the deciding factor for us was, or at least for me, was for outside zone 1. You can see that Stewart was using the chase. He was in the chase. He was just coming down and dropped a couple tires coming off. Now, that's not to say that Webb didn't have some errors in the chase as well too. And you can see here, good proximity, but he starts to come down, gets really close to the no-go line, crosses over the line, comes back up again. That just, for me, that just really sticks out a lot. You know, not saying that Webb didn't have some errors as well, but if I'm going to compare errors to errors, I'm going to go with Stewart getting the loss on that one on one move forward.
Yeah, just too big of mistakes there, especially in the chase. I thought Webb was just a little tighter, but yeah, if Webb wants to advance on, he needs to anticipate a little.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do a good job of anticipating, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, thank you very much. Four-door Mustang shirt. You got your nephew on the big screen there.
Yeah, both my sister's families are here. So I was hoping they'd get on the screen.
Four-door Mustang. I'm like, I know that guy. Not the guy, I know the shirt. All right, let's move on to our next battle. Halfway through our top 16, we are looking at Dustin Farrell and Cabot Cardoso. As you can see, Dustin Farrell, like I said, coming all the way from Arizona, and Cabot, this FDFS chassis. In that driver intro, he was all by himself, but now let's see. He's all by himself behind the wheel, and Dustin Farrell, Cabot falling down quite a bit. Big correction.
Oh no.
And that could have been way worse. I know he just smashed all the buttons under the dash and on the dash, and might have done that back left.
Yeah, he's dog walking.
That back left, and I believe, and what's interesting here is, I don't know if Cabot had an incomplete as well. He was way down there. I was focused on Dustin, so I want to run it back and see, because he was way low, and he straightened out quite a bit low on the bank. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's check it out. I really liked Dustin's aggression here, but he just poured it on a little too late. I could almost anticipate
Watch
that.
Cabot, though. Okay,
No, he was just out to party by himself. He did a good job, anticipating where Dustin was going to go, and unfortunately, the run stops there. Just so we're aware, the lead car has an incomplete, so now it's just kind of for show here as Cardoso's just getting half a practice lap, as Dustin's definitely going to need a competition timeout here, as one rear wheel is hunting, the other one's fishing.
I still don't know what that means.
It's just going different ways, Jared.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't frequent the Bass Pro Shop that often. I apologize.
Yeah, we might have to ask
more of a golfer,
that.
dude. One's cutting and one's drawing.
There you go.
Do you get that? Do you get that analogy?
One's punting, one's driving. I don't know.
Sure. Whatever, man.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, regardless, it's not laughing matter there for Dustin. He found himself in the wall, not the Dustin in this instance. He's Dustin Donuts. But we'll take a short break as Dustin crab walks himself back. Hopefully you don't have a shellfish allergy, because he's crabbing his way. It's going to take a bit of a moment, and he's going to get 5 minutes. He's going to have competition timeout. When we come back, more action when we continue here at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome back as we are taking a look. This is Dustin, and you know Dustin yourself. There's Sopa being from Arizona or living in Arizona, but you called it.
Yeah, I just had a feeling as much speed as he was carrying right about at the Jegs mid-bank. I was like, you better temper that thing. And unfortunately, he was enough to, I know his crew well enough that he should be able to handle this 5-minute timeout. So what happens here, Jared, is...
competition timeout.
Yeah, we're going to give them 5 minutes to get hands on the car. So right now, no one's working on the car until our competition director, Kevin Wells, will start that clock. And they got to be up. Once they start, they get your hands on it, and it's got to be on the ground, ready to go in that 5 minutes. So you got a little piece of the wall. Luckily, the Fridge and Ricky are out there to put it right back in place.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, look at that. The muscles on these guys. Put your hands together for these red shirts.
Save some for the rest of us, boys.
Yeah.
Dude, we didn't know stinking front loader. Yeah, look, I don't even think they use impacts when they put their wheels back on. They use their hands.
Who, Ricky and Michael? Or?
Yeah, dude, the Fridge. They don't need power tools. Just get them over there. What's got to get fixed here?
So it looks like at least a tow rod, tie rod for the toe. Possibly maybe even a coil over at worst case. Control arm, until they peel it off. You can see Casey at the front there, seeing if there's any front damage. We can obviously see that there's rear. So they're getting staged here, so they're allowed to kind of like get their tools and the jacks and the jack stands because we really want them on. Jack stands.
It's always very impressive. Sorry to cut you off, but all right, clock starts now. Look at this, like a NASCAR F1, but this happens in drifting quite a bit there. Watch your head.
Ian just bumped his body.
Yeah, well, get out of the way, dude.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. So yeah, look at that, jacking up both the front and the back.
Got Stewart.
Oh boy. All right, let's, it looked like it fell off the jack. How we doing, boys?
Whoa, what a time to cut there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, make sure, get a jack stand under that thing, please.
Yeah, so we can see Stewart's team there giving a hand there. Him and Farrell are kind of tight.
Yeah, get jack stand under, please. There we go, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I remember years ago at a car show, late 90s, man. Actually, I think it was Bergenholtz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was crazy. But anyways,
he's still with us.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, I've read this book. I've seen that movie as Jerry Johnson, JJ versus CC, Christian Catrone, and that Corvette. So it's all Corvette battle.
Yeah.
Two very different demeanors. Look at these, like
opposite sides of the country.
Opposite sides of the country. Catrone, this like sharp, kind of like very polished, she's like marketing. And then Jerry Johnson, this like caricature of a human being.
Yeah, I always
just like he looks like he acts like one of those drawings you get like in Hawaii, those character things like or at Disneyland or something. Like he's just got like the Yosemite Sam mustache,
right?
His big old personality. He's now just recently a father of 2. Having his most recent baby. He bounced right back. He looks great. He looks great.
Yeah, Jerry, he's like one monocle away from looking like the Monopoly Man,
Absolutely.
but he has like the demeanor of the Kool-Aid guy.
Let's just
busting in.
Pull out his pockets. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go drift.
Yeah. And then he throws you a cat.
But I expect all the angle and all the commitment here from these 2 guys,
Right.
especially Jerry.
And he does have the whiskers, both on his car and on his face and on everything. So here we go. Jerry Johnson in that flamed out Corvette and Christian Catrone in the chase position. Here we go. And here comes JJ coming in. Woo! Wow. Look at Christian. Throws it in there, has to back off a little bit, still holds that proximity. Here goes Jerry Johnson. Now coming past that inside clip, Jerry deeper than Christian. You can see that as Christian has to back off. He bathes in the smoke, marinades in it like a brisket. Now up high on the bank, there goes Christian. And you can see Jerry bring it on in and a little boop across the snoot.
We'll see if anything becomes of that. But like I said, did you see all the angle coming out of these cars, Jared? It was just exactly what I expected. Great commitment by both parties. Catrone got a little ahead of himself in some portions in the chase, but we'll break it down and see if what's going on. I don't know if they're might get a contact after the finish. So.
2 minutes left for Dustin.
Look at the commitment here. The dive in from Catrone in that chase. Awesome. That's the best one we've seen all 16 so far. And Jerry keeping his composure there. Great job in the transition here, just using all the angle. Catrone got a little bit ahead of the pocket there as they bring it on hours of 4 and swinging it back. Jerry could have been a little deeper there. I expected a little more paint, but he was very close to that wall as Catrone is right there with him the entire time. And just absolutely no holding back here from both parties here as Catrone just constantly putting Corvette on Corvette action here in top 16 against Jerry Johnson. Getting through the finish, doing a great job. A little boop and oh boy. Well, they're back of the line though, so that's a good sign.
That front right of Catrone and that back left of Jerry, but looks like they're just going for it. Looked like it didn't disrupt too much, and I'm sure on their way back they were kind of bobbing and weaving to check alignment.
Yeah, I just thought you need a toe adjustment. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Just knock it right back in. Well, Christian was aggressive on his initiation in the chase position, but now in the lead, he does just the same. Jerry Johnson. Let's see how Christian drops into that inside clip. A little bit off of it, Jerry Johnson. That allows him to just drop it right into the pocket. Look at JJ coming on in as CC. Give it to him. Oh boy, into the outside zone. Rising to the occasion is Christian and Jerry shedding that back. It looked like a little winglet popping off there, looking like a chicken wing. Ain't no thing though, as we're sliding past. Man, what a battle here.
And speaking of battles, Dustin's team probably got a minute left here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they
Dustin,
ran out of
just
time.
Too much work. Yeah, doing that front and back, but yeah, the Stewart, they all work together. Dustin, round of applause for Dustin and his team. Unfortunately, not enough time.
Check out this second run here of this Corvette on Corvette battle. As Jerry kind of showed some patience there through the bank, and I feel like his attack was a little more aggressive in the chase. He did follow off. I don't think that's going to be an incomplete or anything because Catrone was very close to that edge, and you can't fault the chase driver for following the leader in that position. So here as we go, getting almost through the course here, Jerry doing a great job here. Actually, a little less proximity than I thought in the live action here, as we can see from our FRA Pouches replay. As Jerry puts on the pressure here, I feel like he was just a little bit more erratic and less calculated than Catrone, but very similar chases for both parties. And, great lead job by both these guys. They checked the boxes, just exactly what we expected. So this is going to be a very tough decision. You do not want to be a judge in this scenario.
Getting out of the car, big hugs for these guys. Like I said, just having some fun. I really do appreciate that camaraderie between the drivers when they get out and pay their respects. Jerry Johnson, Christian Catrone, and it's JJ, Jerry Johnson. Christian really applying the pressure. A good effort there by Catrone. Oh man, these guys. Yeah, we got Christian fans in the building. I get it. You got to cheer for your guy. I get it, man. It's like going to a baseball game. You cheer for your team, you wear the jersey, but you're still a fan. As man, some great battles there. But Lorette, an update with Dustin. Unfortunately, just not enough time.
Yeah, unfortunately, just not enough time. And Dustin, from your point of view, what happened on track?
It seemed like the first part of the bank was dry, and then the second part, as soon as we have to do like our little pitch to go down the inner clip, the front end washed out. It could have been a little bit of water or something. It was just way looser than it's ever been today. Sucks to go that way, hitting the old famous wall at the bottom of Indy now, so yay.
I'm so sorry. And what was the damage you were trying to fix on your car?
We actually bent the front subframe, it looks like, and we lost we bent the bolt and subframe in the rear, which that was what was fighting us the most. But it is what it is. We'll learn for next time and make it better.
Okay, Dustin, thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you very much, Lorette and Dustin. As we are finding out again, Dustin, not enough time, so we are looking at Cabot Cardoso. He's gotten some lucky breaks here, right? So, you know, against Lawns, he didn't have to complete. Here is Cabot Cardoso. Maybe a little bit of luck from, you know, rubbing off from yesterday to today, you know, with him earlier, or excuse me, in
Lawns.
I know Lawns, but even yesterday too. Remember?
Right. Yeah, he was missing all his parts. I don't think I've seen a front bumper on this car all weekend.
No. So, but Cabot gets the victory and does not have to complete, obviously, the entirety of that battle. Not the way you want to win, but it's a win nonetheless. So congratulations to him. And now he is going against Jerry Johnson. So he's really got to bring it.
No doubt.
Yeah. And again, next up, we should be seeing Cameron Sorensen on a bye run. And he'll be making his bye run because of, again, the Casey Cole Dempster scenario. So, yeah, it looks like he will be entering the picture here. 14 years old. Taking a look at, again, Cameron Sorensen. This is how it's shaping up. So you can see there that bottom right-hand corner, Cameron. Then his older sister. Are we going to see a Cameron Amanda battle again? We've seen it. We've seen it before, correct? I believe in competition.
Yeah, I believe it might have been this year. Was it in Atlanta?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in Atlanta it was this year. So Cameron and Amanda, it could be them, or it obviously we will be seeing Matt Maszewski, as we are seeing Cameron, the Optima batteries, BMW coming to us from Las Vegas. Cameron, the youngest driver ever to podium in Formula Drift history. So Cameron will lay out and listen to this hot rod of a V8 BMW. Rip it here at Midwest Mayhem, as we deemed it, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Lay out and listen to Cameron Sorensen. And there it is, Cameron Sorensen. Looks like, yeah, dude, the Grom is shredding out there.
Almost made his own outer zone 8 out there on the return road.
No, that's great there for Cameron Sorensen. Gets one in the books, gets used to the track. Now he's going to be front row of his sister warming it up there in the double bob, the burn out box. Quad lock, you see her, it looked like she was like shaking her head at Cameron. And again, you know, what we've seen Matt here, fighting for it, dude, as Maszewski pulling to the line. Amanda will be leading over Matt, coming to us from Canada. But you know, earlier Amanda's run against Nick Jimenez, it needs that refinement. It just needs that. She did well enough in the lead run, but I think it's really going to come down to the chase for this battle.
She did get a bit of a gift when he.
Exactly.
Let's see.
So, all right, Amanda, you got the clean air here, the quad lock, Rockstar energy drink, BMW. Let's see what you got. There it is. That's you ask and you shall receive. Amanda Sorensen bringing to that inside clip. Past that. Let's see this patience as we talk about. That's a great execution by Amanda. And Maszewski now coming into that second to last outside clip. Nice job by both the drivers, but Amanda, oh boy, that was a big smash. That was a big hit. That's going to rock you. And I think it's a scenario pretty similar to that of we saw Carson Ruger kind of do that. Not as much as that. All right, we see you, dude. Sit down. All right, down in front. Jeez Louise. Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like it defeated, so that's going to be a situation there. But let's check out, talking about Amanda's great lead, but Reshetsky was right there with her the entire time. And Amanda's drawn the box there. Good proximity to that inner clip. Reshetsky's timing his attacks there in the position. Could have been a little closer here, but he really dials in the proximity as Amanda's drawn a good line there. Could have been a little deeper there earlier. And then Arizona gets real close and personal here, and then gets even more close and personal. Now, did she come out of drift? I don't think so. The finish line is so close. She's good. I'm getting the nods from the judges here, so no worries, no bubbles, no troubles as Reshetsky. You can see that patience and he kind of recovered from that early timing that transition, but he did a good job keeping the proximity. Not quite mimicking 100% of the lead driver, but enough to get him, keeping him in the game here as we will switch positions. But as you can see, Amanda debated on that contact, so that is part of the course, so she's going to have to use her competition timeout in order to change tires, and Reshetsky will also get a fresh set of GT radials in the rear as well.
Okay, so yeah, using that competition timeout and that contact. So let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, as that was intended to be our last battle.
Cabot, it's been a funny day. He's never gotten a bye run this week. This weekend he gets 2 in a row. So how is everything shaping up for you? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, of course, that I'm moving on, but this has been just a crazy event. Like she said, I have never had a bye run in like any of my competition. Now I have 2 in a row. It's definitely getting a little bit slick out there. I saw, as you see, Dustin went into it. Luckily, he's okay and everything, but we're just going to drop some tire pressure and just try to get a little more grip into it.
Okay, amazing, and I can hear some cars starting up, so Cabot, thank you so very much, guys.
Thank you, Lorette, and good luck to you, Cabot. Again, just getting these bye runs, a bit of a gift there. But again, just hopes are high there in the pits. He's got the disco ball. He's ready to dance his way in from, again, 16 now to 8. So obviously very exciting as, you know what, let me grab this real quick. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's right.
You're going to crack a cold one?
Crack a coldie, dude. I just stole one at your second one there.
Yeah, he did. This one's actually empty,
got a little excited there.
Rockstar energy drink.
Rockstar punched. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jared Deanna, Matt Sopa. Some exciting runs thus far. And remember, we are wash, rinsing, and repeating. Hopefully not too much washing, meaning that we got some rain, we got a little bit of drizzle. Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? For drizzle. But hopefully,
shizzle.
Yeah, as we don't get to see too much rain tomorrow, but we will see. So again, be sure to come on down, tell everybody to come down. Again, first, this is our freshman voyage here to this track and to this market. We have been to the Midwest, but just want to make sure everybody comes out here. So when we come back, we will see where Amanda Sorensen lands. Again, throwing on a fresh set of tires, but utilizing that competition timeout against Matt Reshetsky. So as we will be right back, an exciting, action-packed Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon ImagePrograph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Seeing Lorette down there next to Amanda Sorensen. We will see. Looks like she is in the cockpit looking up. Yeah, right there. See from the distance. Hello.
Also, our local weather people, they're looking up the sky.
It's wet. Quad Lock, Rockstar Energy, BMW. Looks like.
Yeah, to recap, she had a D-beat on her lead run. And so she had to use her competition timeout to get that thing squared away. I'm guessing they're not just going to replace the tire. They're going to probably have a peek at some of the suspension and whatnot. So it looks like they're done.
Yeah, good to go. Right.
Yeah, a little torque wrench action, and we'll be on our way.
See Brandon Sorensen there off the left, seeing the blue jeans.
Is that him?
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, he's on it. Looks like
is those cowboy boots too?
I think. Yeah, are those cowboy boots, dude? Sheesh.
Dang.
Yeah, and against Utah and Las Vegas, but looks like he's on a little workout regimen, dude. Looking poised and ready to do battle tomorrow. We'll see him in pro competition. Talking about the middle boy, because we got Cameron the youngest, Amanda the oldest, and Brandon right in the middle. And and Amanda making her way downtown, walking fast. I'm homebound. All right, Lorette, and you're with the team. What's cooking?
Well, just a little update on Amanda. There wasn't anything else that you guys were checking for except for the D-beat, is that right?
Yeah, no, she drove in here. It looked like the wheel took pretty much the entire hit. We put some toe plates on it. Everything was straight, and she's back off to the races.
Ready to go. Amazing. Okay, and I saw her looking at her phone. Was there anything that you were telling her to look for in her driving, or something that she needed to improve upon?
You know, her spotter is up there. I have full trust and faith in him. As long as the car is good to go, my job is, and everyone else's job here is good to go. So, you know, it's up to them at this point. You know, we give them the car, and she does the rest.
Yep. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, and some insight there as Brandon see his hot rod there in the background get prepped for tomorrow. And back to the line, both of them get fresh GT radials out back of their vehicles. Like Brandon said, look like just some tires, but kind of staying in his lane, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been here before.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an ideal scenario to have a fresh set of tires. I mean,
yeah.
But it is a bummer, you know. Obviously, she went hard to the wall, and we got some insight from Reese.
Yeah, I was just gonna touch on that. That it's not an incomplete, but it's definitely a little something to consider when we're going comparing lead run to lead run. So it's definitely a deficit, or I guess a
deduction.
A
deduction perspective-wise. Yeah. So all right, Washetsky there out front. Let's see what he's got for Amanda Sorensen in that lead position, that Lorco Nissan Z, and you can see him initiate dropping down. Amanda drops down as well, and Matt does salvage it. Amanda trying to chase him down here in the BMW, and she does gain some ground, a little bit loose on both sides as far as lead and chase. And there Matt works it up to the outside zone. Nice job by both of them. Looked like they're both on that roller coaster ride, but again, just little loose there, not fully locked.
Yeah, we'll get that truth serum, as you like to talk about, Jared, when we get that overhead view, is kind of see where the cars were exactly positioned here. As Washetsky is kind of out of the gate, a little less angle. I think that kind of threw Amanda off as she drops down to the bank there. But Washetsky taking quite a wide line there past that inner clip, and Amanda does a good job of recovering there, trying to close that gap. And here we can kind of see him drop one. I would say 2 tires, and Amanda let him in there, so I don't think that's going to be a deduction on her part. But Reshetsky gets real nice and tight to that wall, and he does this again. He could be a little closer there. Amanda kind of falling off towards the end of that run. We can see another point of view as Reshetsky drops. I'm going to call it, it's on the paint. That's 2 tires in my book. But that will be up to the judges. Not an incomplete. 3 tires off of the complete. Amanda almost over-rotating as Reshetsky actually had a lot of angle coming in through that last outer clip. As we look at our BC Racing custom coilover side by side, you can see Amanda having a proximity gain there in her chase. Pretty similar lines coming off the bank, where Reshetsky was a lot lower in his chase position. You can see Amanda putting on a little more pressure, not cutting the line as much, kind of staying in her lane, so to speak, but also Reshetsky dropping a couple tires off of there. But then Amanda also has that deficit at the very end. It didn't disrupt the line per se, because Reshetsky was pretty far back, or it didn't affect his chase, and it was so close to the finish line that it was almost a moot point. But it's going to be something the judges are going to consider in making their decision.
All right, we got our fans looking on and waiting for who is our final driver to join the Great 8. Will it be Reshetsky or is it Amanda Sorensen? Whoever advances on will be going against Cameron Sorensen. And again, one more. Again, this is our final battle of the top 16 to forge our Great 8. Local time 8:10 p.m. and a beautiful evening here in Indy. And it looks like the judges' scores have been inputted, and we'll get the verdict up here in a moment. Brutsky, Talaska, Ruger, Webb, Cabot, Cardoso, Jerry Johnson, Cameron Sorensen, and one of these drivers. Will it be the sister or will it be the Canadian?
That's right. Yeah, talking about the next battle we're going to see here is potentially, if we get, unless it's one more time, that Brutsky and...
Here it is, slide of left for Amanda, right for Reshetsky, and it looks like Amanda Sorensen gets the victory. Okay. So Matt is knocked out, and it will be a sibling rivalry. Big sister versus little bro in that Great 8. So Amanda and Cameron, see some of the pro drivers up there, spotters, see Chow, see see Graham Downey from Heatwave, see Odie and Amy Bakshis. And there is our Great 8 that has been set. Dmitry Brutsky versus Corey Talaska right out the gate.
Right.
Ruger versus Webb. Cardoso, he's been given some gifts, man. And going against Jerry Johnson.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. Jerry's not too keen on giving gifts right now. Nope. He wants to earn it. And then all Sorensen battle in that bottom right-hand corner. This is fun. Yeah. This is a good one. I like all of them. I like all of them.
Speaking of battles, here they are lined up. BMW on BMW action.
Again, the only 2 winners. You know, you have Atlanta and you have Connecticut.
Oh yeah, crisscross. Yeah.
No, so again, both these gentlemen would love to get an advantage. Brutsky, currently our points leader. Talaska could jump up quite a bit. He's sitting back there in 4th. He needs this win. He's going for a ProSpec championship. Brutsky across the nose of the BMW. So again, another BMW battle. Brutsky throwing it down. Here goes Talaska into that inside zone. Big angle there from Brutsky. Swings it wide. That patience coming into play. That was, again, one of the keys to victory. Now coming up into this second to last outside zone. Good timing by Talaska in the chase position. Now coming to this last and final. Brutsky does get out there. Talaska maybe a little bit nervous, comes up just a bit short there. Did keep the proximity, but didn't have the back end tight to the wall.
Yeah, I really like the initial aggression here from Talaska, but it kind of falls off. Brutsky does a great job filling that zone, putting the car exactly where it needs, and showing us why he's been a champion before here. Talaska did a great job of making that transition, just about mimicking the angle. Great timing here, just drives it home to the door as Brutsky gets real good job on that outer clip. Second to last clip. Talaska just about half a step behind there in that transition and kind of loses a little bit of real estate right before the finish line as we take another look at our view here as Talaska, you can see just charging, getting everything out of that 116 BMW and just trying to charge as much as he can. So I think he's going to have to put an absolute clinic in that lead run to really shine the judges on here, because Brutsky is not going to hold back. He never settles.
That's what it says on his door. That's what it says in his heart. Brutsky on initiation, you did see him get high. He did make a small correction. I think that's what caused Talaska to back off just a little bit, maybe just a little gun shy. So you saw a small correction from Brutsky, and then obviously chain reaction. Here we go. Talaska now in front. That Fuel Lab Yellow Speed Racing BMW, the E36 variety. And look at that tap in. Oh boy. Ooh. That is a big hit.
That's unfortunate.
And you could just see the body language there. Brudski just, oh, that's a big hit. Yeah, Brudski, I know he was being respectful. He was backing it up.
Ricky, it's okay, Ricky.
Yeah, I think he was just being respectful and backing it up. The body language there from Talaska, you just saw his head drop back. I think that was more emotion. Yeah, good grief, exactly. I mean, that front end really got punched back. That is,
I mean, all things considered, I mean, the bash bar might have taken that intercooler. But that was the second half, so
yeah,
I believe on his own volition.
Yeah, we'll have to look at. Yeah, you saw him initiate, straightened out, and let's take a look at it again here. Talaska initiating.
So I really love the aggression here, and then it just kind of. I see what he's trying to do. He was trying to swing the car, use some more angle to slow the car down before that coming off the bank. The tail end had other ideas, and you saw what happened after.
Yeah, and Brudski, he's going over there to make sure he's okay. I think that's the big thing there.
There we go.
Yeah. You saw him tap. He straightened out, and yeah, that's unfortunate. Big round of applause for Corey Talaska and Dmitry Brudski. And like I said, just the grief, the knowing that hurts. That hurts the pocketbook. That hurts all of it. I felt that.
Yeah, I was, on live, I'm like, I thought it might have been maybe a power steering failure, but you can just see the back end. Yeah, and then you can see the taillight crunched. Nowhere to go. Honestly, I think the bash bar took more of the brunt of that, and the wheels kind of look almost still straight, to be honest. But,
I don't think Brudski even hit him.
No.
He saw it coming. He's like, watch this.
I'm out.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I mean, oh yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, but that could have been way worse. Again, we saw Adam LZ and Matt Field earlier, but yeah, he's inspecting his car there. But looked like front left, just a touch back left. He ripped off his bumper. He's checking the alignment. But that was the second half of this battle, so that we will have a decision, and with Brudski leading the championship, Talaska, Webb, yeah, so essentially, we still have Webb. Braden Long is out. He was out in 32. So Webb, if Brudski keeps going on, that could be away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, and where Brudski is,
all right,
with being the #1 seeded, essentially, he just locked himself on the podium today.
Yeah. Brudski, at minimum, is guaranteed third place.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and again, that wall, as much damage and unfortunately it caused, it did exactly what it was meant to do. And again, right there at at 90 degrees, it did exactly what it was meant to do. So absorbed and distributed the energy.
Yeah,
that's basically it. So again, safety is a priority. So there it is. All right, when we come back, Dmitry Brudski got the win. Who's moving on, Ruger or Webb? Don't go anywhere here. Round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. ENEOS.
Welcome back here to Indianapolis Raceway Park. You can see our crew out there. The car is off the track. We're straightening that wall there. And again, the wall did exactly what it was meant to do, absorb and dissipate that energy, distribute the energy. And unfortunately, you know, when you hit a wall, the wall wins. But as you can see, just, again, it's very unfortunate. Some people would say, okay, put tires, put barriers. But when we've had, you could see some incidents when there's tires, it actually causes more chaos. Like
that's what we call a cyclone.
Yeah, dude, and we've seen it in years past with many different vehicles. You know, at Long Beach, we've seen it where it grabs the car, spins it out,
right,
and it can be pretty violent. So as unfortunate as it is with Talaska going head first or nose first of the vehicle into the car or into the wall with his car, it causes damage, but that's the intention. You have to stop it in its place, and obviously safety, everything between energy being distributed and as well as roll cages, bash bars, helmets, all that.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, Jared, how these guys build those cars. You can see that bar going across. They build these cars designed to crash, essentially, not on purpose, but it's going to happen in drifting.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, Lorette, I know he's breathing right down there. He's got that nose strip. Like I said, he can smell color, and I know you're going to grab him right there. We can see on camera. He's using the breathe right strip. And love Corey. Congratulations on Atlanta. But how's he feeling?
Well, that's our first and most important question. You're not hurt, right? You're okay?
No, of course not. No, physically I'm okay. Mentally, I'm a little bummed about the car and the battle. I felt really good about our chase. Chasing Dimitri, I can put a lot of trust into him. So I felt money. I was like, sweet, we're just going to lay down a lead like we did with Booth. And that's what I tried to do. And when I went to go decel on the top, right by the green sign, car just backed up a tiny little bit, and it was just enough to pull the car in a little bit. And I just couldn't save it in time. And then I felt like it was going to be slightly graceful, but of course Dimitri has nowhere to go, so that gave like an extra boost into the wall. So a real big bummer because we really wanted this. I felt like after our 16 battle, light switched, chase was sweet. Just thanks for the team and tough for the team because now we got to go fix the car once again. But really thankful to be out here. Thank you all the fans. Appreciate everyone. But I'm good.
Yeah, we're so relieved to hear that. And with this pretty technical course, has the conditions changed at all with the weather?
Minor conditions have not really been an issue. If anything was an issue, it's this giant wall that's here. So I don't know if I have Formula Drift or IRP to thank for that, but this wall shouldn't be here. It's collected way too many cars. People have gotten hurt, went to the hospital, and it's a huge risk for everyone to be out here. A tiny little mistake like that should not total my entire car and potentially ruin my entire season. So I feel pretty strongly that some people should look in the mirror and think about why we're out here and why we're doing it. The show is here because the drivers are out here. ProSpec and Pro put their entire life into being out here, and the fact that we're drifting on this fine line, and I know people have high expectations of this, but this shouldn't happen.
Corey, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lorette Nickel. As again, just as far as that conversation goes, that's for another time. But again, the wall there, there's a leading edge there. There's a leading edge on that wall, and I just have to defend the design here. Yeah. There's a leading edge. If you look at that wall that was there temporarily, you know it's there, and there are walls all over, just like Long Beach, just like many other tracks. Even at Road Atlanta, there are walls that do get hit, even though it's off course. There's a leading edge wall that is permanent on that track, and that is what is protecting that, and it could have been a lot worse. So, you know, just think about all of it. And everybody has their opinion, but I'm just going to just say that the wall it dissipated energy. So as the Midwest Mayhem continues here, as again, Indianapolis Raceway Park, Midwest Mayhem continues when we come back. We'll get the track up and running. But again, it's Brudski that advances on to the Final Four. Up next, we got Ruger and Webb.
Who is Frederick Ospo?
Who is Ryan Turk? It's a deep question right off the bat.
Who is Amanda Sorensen? I'm more of like an outcast, I guess.
Freddie's small-town kid from Norway. An underdog, still learning, still improving.
I'm a lot of things now. A dad and a husband, car builder, shop owner. I'm 100% professional drift driver.
This should be fun. Yo, Ryan. Some great driving by Amanda.
3-time Formula Drift champion.
You know, being a drifter, we get so defined by what happens on track.
Big swing there. He applies the pressure.
It's not really just about whether we win or lose. It's much greater than that for all of us.
Oh, boy.
I'm honestly just another driver out there driving with the boys. I really just meshed with these people.
I've loved the relationships, the competition, the challenges, overcoming the challenges.
I really, truly love this sport. Everybody that makes it what it is such a great environment to be a part of.
Make some noise!
I have a certain speed in my blood and a well-rounded set of abilities that have gotten me pretty far in this sport.
I think I've always been pretty good about following my own intuition and things that felt right to me.
Ryan Turk gets the win.
I want to be iconic. I want to do cool things, not only just on the track, but also outside of the track.
Congratulations for making history.
Drifting is big ups and big downs.
Your new champion, Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osborne!
I love the butterflies and nervousness, but excitement at the same time.
It's a dogfight here.
Also kind of the unknown part of it. When you go out on track, you kind of don't know how things are going to unfold. You can only control what you can control and do the best that you can.
Hello. Holy cow. That is not ideal for Amanda Sorensen.
There's no denying that we're here to win.
Frederick the Norwegian Hammer Osborne gets the win.
The question is finding the right energy, the right path to do that.
Getting aggressive.
As scary as it is, it's a pretty spectacular adventure we set out on.
He's not going to let him run away with it.
My name's Amanda Sorensen.
Frederick Ospo.
Ryan Turk. Love the controlled chaos of this sport.
That was drifting.
There it is. Be sure to watch all Controlled Chaos episodes on Rockstar Energy Drinks YouTube page featuring those three drivers. ProSpec driver Amanda Sorensen, three-time champ Frederick Osbo, and soon-to-be Formula Drift retired Ryan Turk, New Hampshire. He's piloting that Rain X Toyota GR Corolla. A little solemn about that?
A little bit.
Aw.
Yeah,
Is that a tear?
I feel like I was just getting to know Ryan. I mean,
he's not going away. He's just
see you later.
From Formula Drift, yes, he is no longer competing. He says the entirety of an FD season. So look at Von Gent Jr. He's coming back and disrupted. All right. As we move on to Jason Webb and Carson Ruger, Jason Webb will be leading a nonstop tuning Ford Mustang. Ruger initiates. He comes out of it, but look at Webb, poised, great angle. A little bit wide on that inside clip that allows Carson to dive on the inside, but he was down there quite a bit. Now coming in through the S's and up to the other baby bank. Goes out there nice and properly. Carson taking that shallow line, just not finding that sweet spot in the chase position. Carson in that garagistic BMW.
Yeah, I feel like that BMW of Carson Ruger has the capability to match the angle, but Ruger just was kind of playing a game of catch-up because that Mustang has just performed so well at full lock. I mean, let's check it out here as he does a great job riding that entire wall, doing a great job leaving a bit of a tail light on there. Like you said, a little wide there. He did get halfway in that box there, but Ruger, he's about there with him, and but kind of just truncating his chase line, trying to keep that proximity. Because if he stayed in his lane, he would have been way further back. And you know, he did all he can to keep that BMW on the door of that Mustang, and it just wasn't enough to close that gap as I'm sure he wanted to. As you can see from this perspective, as Webb swings it around. See that convertible Mustang, a little left foot brake there as he settles the car up for the next transition. Ruger bathing in that GT radial smoke as he gets through outer clip 6, outer clip 7, seals the deal, and there they are together and going to reverse the roles, and Ruger's going to get the clean air, and we'll finish this battle out potentially.
All right, as we are seeing Carson Ruger will lead, and Jason Webb giving him chase. Carson initiates. Look at Webb. Like, that was just absolutely in simultaneous. That was beautiful by Jason Webb to time that. Carson Ruger not exactly hitting all the marks, and Webb is just right there. Looks looks like he is bullying Ruger around. Like I said, Carson hasn't been the fastest through the course, but he has been very systematic. And Webb, just, I mean, simultaneous. It's like, I mean, he is just mirroring him. I mean, it looks like a video game right now. The way he was like ghosting him everywhere he went. He mimicked him absolutely simultaneously. Well done by Jason Webb. I mean, I
mean, yeah, not the ghosting when people doesn't.
That was amazing.
When people leave you on red, but I know what you mean, Jared, as he was right there. He was shadowing him, if anything. Like, look at that, just casting it out there, staying right there, showing his temperament here in the transition. He's just going to wipe some paint here on that transition. Boom, just does just that as Ruger kind of takes a shallower line there to that outer zone. And Webb, his transitions aren't snappy, but they're very calculated. And he's right in that pocket the entire time. Awesome timing there again, mimicking the lead driver, doing a great job in that chase position. I think he made the judge's job really easy in this battle, if we're being honest. And you can see Ruger himself was in a left foot brake to settle the car here before that transition. But Webb, you can't shake him. Those webs are sticky that Jason is throwing out there, and he's just wheeling and dealing that nonstop tuning Mustang. Whew, just constantly tuning, and he sure is wheeling and dealing.
All right, so let's see. And here we are, Jason Webb, Carson Ruger. I don't even need to see this. I know the outcome. A great effort by Carson Ruger, but Jason Webb so dominant, and Carson just failure to launch on that lead, or excuse me, on the chase. He initiated so late there, so very, very difficult. So, all right, getting some stats here. Last time the Sorensen siblings saw battle, Cam's diff broke right off the start line in New Jersey. And
that's right. So we kind of got
And real-time standings here. Webb jumps past, or no, Webb was already in second. Excuse me. Webb was already second. But now keep in mind, Lons is out. He goes down to fifth. He was sitting third, but now again, Cameron does move up to fourth, and that's before him and his sister battle. And I was talking about the Sorensens now, and I don't think I love Lorette giving us some communique saying Randy Sorensen says, I don't think the cars are coming off the track in one piece, so this should be a barn burner, and yeah, this should be a fun one to watch.
Well, one of them needs to, Jared, if they're going to continue on after that sibling battle. As we got Jerry Johnson and back Cardoso. Good battle here, like you said. Cardoso had some gimmies, but let's see if he can step up to the plate here, because Jerry Johnson is no slouch here in that Cat Daddy Flame Corvette. He's so familiar. He hates that skinny pedal. He just beats the crap out of it.
Ooh, this is going to be good. And I'll tell you what, Cabot, you've been getting a little bit of gifts. This one you got to earn. You got to get past the Cat Daddy. That is Jerry Johnson. Again, just had his new baby boy. He's got his wife, his daughter at home, and here we go. So again, the flamed up Corvette throwing down for his town. Cabot Cardoso and that FDF got the Mantis angle, but look at Jerry Johnson initiates, comes out of a little bit. Cabot way low on the bank, straightening out. Stay off the wall, kiddo. Both y'all. Jerry Johnson goes out there quite a bit, and again, Cabot, you can see him bouncing around a little bit there in the chase position. Johnson, he executed this so well earlier, as look at Cabot. Now he bounces back, but just loosey-goosey, comes to a halt. Definitely a major advantage here after this run by Jerry Johnson. Like I said, Cabot very loose in that chase position. Now, I'm going to just say it now, very sketchy for Jerry in the chase position.
Okay, but now he's got an incomplete in his pocket in the chase, so he doesn't really have to risk it for the biscuit. I feel like Cardoso, his chase might have been done right there on the bank. Not, we'll have to circle back to that, maybe ask the judges, but Cardoso trying to match the angle and intensity from the Corvette of Jerry Johnson, just couldn't match it there as he parks it right there in outer clip 6, and Jerry Johnson's all by himself to the finish line. Cardoso is really going to have to just put on an absolute clinic in that lead position as they reverse the roles here. He'll get the clean air, and Jerry, if you're a spotter right now, you're going to have to say, hey, I know you really like to floor it, but maybe just back it out about half a cup. Half a whisker.
Back out, just one little catnip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, well, here we go. Cabot, Cardoso, we're not just, you know, again, I'm not saying that Cabot isn't a capable driver. He could really rise to the occasion. He's got the clean air. He knows what he just saw in the chase position. He was right there on the taillights of him at moments, but again, pushed too hard, had to balk, and as it looks like maybe a little bit of debris on track, a little hush falls over the crowd, a little spray of the nitrous there, a little as it
I was going to say, Jared, Cardoso did step up. You know, it might have been right at the edge of his abilities, but he did step up to the game like we asked.
Yep. Yep, and I'm sure his spotter was in his ear as well. So let's see what we got here. Little lull in the action, making sure everything is good. And looks like getting the thumbs up there.
I wonder if Max's radio died. We got, yep, I think that's what happened because he was pointing at his radio, and now we're ready to rip.
Yep, we're ready to rip here. So Cabot out front, Jerry Johnson in the chase position. A little bit of icing there that does, you know, it's not by design there. Just want to make sure as Cabot initiates, Jerry Johnson low on the bank. But I think this is strategy coming into play here. Look at Cabot, wide swing using all the course, and Jerry Johnson definitely modifies and manipulates that car and his line, really just addressing it properly. Now coming all the way across the line, and yeah, especially that, you know, that incomplete.
Look, Jerry, you didn't have to go that hard, but he did. Come on, brother. Give it up for those drivers there as they, you know, never quit here. Cardoso did exactly what he needed to do. He put on a good show. Despite going wide here, he needed to be a little deeper in the bank, but, you know, showing his prowess as a driver, Jerry, showing also his temperament here, but then he kind of turned it off. He was like, I'm in it here. Let's show him how it's really done here. Even though he has that incomplete going in his favor of Cardoso's chase, Jerry still puts on the pressure here, but if he's going to get in that, now that he's in the Final Four, you can fully expect that C6 Flame Corvette to really put on the pressure on the winner of the Sorensen battle. So I think we know the result here.
Yeah, that's it. And Johnson stepping out of his car, just dabbing him up there. But the Ineos Motor Oil Great 8. Who's got the friction? Who's got the lube? Let's see. And I got to assume that the Cat Daddy Jerry Johnson will get the win, but let's make it official. Cabot, good effort there, but Jerry Johnson, Double J, beep, beep, gets the win as Lorette Nickel is down in the pits.
Of course. Thanks, Jared and Jason. The momentum is cranking up for you. You were able to find that sweet spot earlier in the top 32. Is everything now working the way you want it to?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything is going just exactly how we want it. The car feels the exact same every run, which with this weather that's lurking over us, it's like, you know, what do you do with tire pressures? Do we go out with a scrub set of tires? What's the rain going to do? And these are decisions we have to do, like, okay, we have 30 seconds, put new tires or put a scrub set of tires. You know, is the rain going to fall? We have to make these decisions really quick. And luckily we have the experience of Justin Pollock in my ear, you know, calming us down as well and like guiding us through, okay, let's do this. And, you know, he's been through it all, so he knows and gives us the safety of, or the comfort feeling of knowing we're making the right choices. So the car's feeling really good. I'm so stoked with the car, and I feel like myself and Brewski, it's going to be a war. We're about to go to war right now.
An absolute war, because as first and second sitting in the championship, this man looking here to do something great. And the Sorensen's so excited to see this battle come to life.
Yeah, this should be a good one. Also, I want to make an addendum.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I thought Snacks, Sadie, and Tom, I thought Snacks was the daughter. My bad. Congratulations on your first child. My bad. All right,
Tommy
so
boy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sadie Johnson, the Johnson trio. All right, so Tom and Jerry. Cameron Sorensen, Amanda Sorensen. Here we are, a sibling battle, and Dad said, I don't think those cars are going to go back on the trailer because, again, last time they battled, a diff broke, and so this is, let's see if we get a full battle here. Cameron Sorensen will lead, Amanda Sorensen, the big sis, and I know they wanted to do battle before, and Cameron really wants to take out his sister. I remember a couple of years ago, the interview, just want to battle my sister and take her out. So, again, this is like they're in their backyard having some fun with some side-by-sides, but no dirt, just ripping up some GT radial tires. Cameron Sorensen out front, Amanda Sorensen, look at that. You know she's just, look at that, the white and the black just all over. Oh, Amanda Sorensen, a big correction there. She straightens out. Oh, man, Amanda Sorensen straightens out across the finish. Woof, man. We just can't get a full one, can we? I mean, no full pulls. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Is the car okay?
Right.
Are we all right?
It could have been, you know, damage transpired that's finally showing itself from that wall hit earlier.
Oh, that's true.
You know, something to think about there. An axle, it kind of looked like it just came out of drift at the wrong time. She might have just clutch kicked and, busted an axle because it is moving under its own power, but that doesn't mean that both wheels are getting there. So, Cameron, great aggression here. I liked also from Amanda as they're both up front, right beside each other. Who can you trust more than your sibling as you drive with all the time? As you can see that prowess here from both drivers, as Cameron's doing a great job checking all the boxes. Amanda's swiping across that bumper, and here it is. You can see, let's see if we can see just one. It looked like from the left side we had more smoke than coming out of the right side of the back of Amanda's car, so I'm guessing an axle without getting confirmed here. But just look at these brother and sister at it in battle. So it just comes completely out of drift, like someone turned the light switch off there on Amanda's car there. So maybe we'll get some word here as the Sorensen family looks on the grassy knoll.
Got the whole camp seeing what's going to go down. Up there atop the hill. Great viewing point. Great vantage point.
Let's see what
all right.
Max is getting some insight. Maybe we can relay it to our race control and see what's up.
All right, yeah, you could see. Looks like he's going to converse with the tower.
They're going to take a 5. They're going to run it. What's the story here?
Send it, baby. There we are in the. Is that the Sorensen pit? I believe that's the Sorensen pit. Yeah, it is. See the SM logo on his shirt for Sorensen Motorsports.
Having quite a conversation in there, Jared.
4 scored 7 years ago, our forefathers.
Max, now is not the time to have him convert to Jay-Z, buddy.
Right. Have you thought about...
Can I interest you in the Toyota?
All right, she's running it and gunning it. Let's see what we got here. Amanda Sorensen, Quad Lock, Rockstar Energy, BMW against Cameron Sorensen, the Optima batteries, BMW there. Again, big sis for his little bro. Amanda Sorensen, this for bragging rights and obviously an advancement into the Final Four to go against Double J, Jerry Johnson. Oh, look at this. What do we got here? What do we got?
Cone hit. Restart.
Tell me you're a starter without telling me you're a starter. This dude threw
I'll tell you every time.
You threw the finger guns out
I
there,
sure
dude?
did.
You were just
without overpowered.
Eagle-eye cherry, dude.
Pew, pew.
Dude, you just pointed that thing out like a sniper, dude. Like Jason Bourne
over
here.
None of that past me, brother.
Oh my gosh, it's Jason Bourne.
It's Matt Sopa.
It's Matt Sopa. Sopa on a ropa. He keeps it clean. He keeps him honest. You still haven't debuted the soap line.
Which one was that?
That's soap on a ropa, dude. You keep it clean. You need to do a soap on the rope. You don't like that one,
you mean like the product?
Yeah, you
were
need to
trying to
launch
get with
your
that dream. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was 5 years ago.
I know, but I'm still anticipating it, dude. Bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Because we're taking a long way back here as
take the long way home.
Cameron.
Oh no, what's going on here?
She's just taking a long way back.
Oh. Where's Cam? Cameron's over the brown box.
She took her own sight lap apparently.
Okay. All right. Maybe car's running hot.
So if you're new to the restart game, you can see in the lead position, the lead driver has to go through that chicane of cones there, and if they hit it, that's deemed as a restart. It's kind of a way to make it less of a drag race and have an even start between the driver. The chase driver can jump the line, but the light there in front of the drivers needs to be extinguished, and the lead driver cannot leave the start line until those lights are extinguished. And if they sleep too long, for about 2 seconds, that's also going to deem a restart. 3 restarts is also deemed an incomplete, and that would be definitely a sealed fate here. But I doubt that's going to happen again. I've only seen it like once in my career at the start, so we'll get the clean start here going, Jared. As
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, a couple few.
Not naming names.
Nope.
All right, here we go. Let's get this restart going on and cracking big. So look at that. Amanda cracking under pressure. The little bro.
Was it a crack?
Applying it. Here we go. Who's going against Jerry Johnson, the Final Four? Let's see what we got. Sorensen.
She's sleeping. It's another restart.
Or she just broke. She broke. She forfeit. What's going on here?
Or if there's a clutch issue. Yeah, she's pulling off course here.
She's just pulling off? All right, so... yeah, so again, Chris, did we know what was going on? She said, screw it, let's do it. Okay, so, well, it looks like Cameron Sorensen will be getting the victory due to equipment failure. Come on, man, let's get a clean run, Sorensen camp. Well, guess what? You know who won? Cameron Sorensen gets the win. So, again, that's, they're 1-1 in their 2 battles. All right, so Cameron Sorensen comes out on top. Are we calling team orders here?
Who said that?
I mean, it's the elephant in the room. You know, just saying, the Soren son.
Oh boy,
All
Jared,
right.
you're trying to stir the pot.
I'm not stirring the pot. I'm just
You're
stating
cooking
the obvious.
the whole soup.
Oh, absolutely, dude. This is menudo. We got everything in there. We got the hooves. Supercharger belt went on.
Let's see here when they pop there. I want to. Yeah,
right.
it looks like it's missing. There it is.
Yep.
Snake in the grass, those old blower belts.
All right.
So put your thoughts to bed on those orders.
The carbon fiber hat.
Yeah.
Tin foil, whatever you want to call it. All right. So there we are taking a look. Ah, what a bummer. What a bummer. Still fun. I'm sure Amanda frustrated. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and without the blower belt, that thing's probably got half the horsepower.
Right.
It's just, we got so much rubber down here that's going to make it real difficult to navigate.
A paperweight, 500 horsepower, which sounds like it's a lot, but by comparison, you need all of it.
Yeah, especially when you have your suspension, the tires now just break something anyway. So.
She's still smiling. She knows she's going against her brother. She'll cheer him on, obviously. She wants it now. All right, if you lose, you want to lose against the winner overall. So she's, you know, again, Cameron Sorensen made history. When we come back, the Final Four is set. All right, so we got Brudski, Webb, Johnson, and Sorensen, and it's the youngest of them all, Cameron Sorensen. When we come back, we'll be right back here at round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome back here. The Final Four is set. The sun is setting here in Indy. Let's throw it down to Lorette Nickel, who is with a bummed, but probably she's going to be cheering on her little brother, right?
You know, there is something that is optimistic that came out of this, is that you jumped up to 15th in points. So I think that's something that's great to look at. And Amanda, you just told me you and your brother are 1 for 1. My goodness, it was a supercharger belt that broke?
Yeah, unfortunately in the chase, supercharger belt just broke, so I lost all power, and then we went out to go do the lead, and they're like, do you want to do your lead? I was like, I can't even break the tires loose with how much grip we have in the car without the supercharger belt, and they're like, well, just give them a lead as much as you can, maybe finish with a celebratory donut, and I was like, okay, and then of course, I don't know if I messed up the hit the cone, we got a restart, and I was like, well, okay, I'm just gonna call it at that point, so.
Well, Cam hit the cone, but thank you so much for your words. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you, Lorette, of course. And
this just in.
Matt, what's weather?
It's wet.
It's wet. All right, so
what
sight
does that
laps
mean?
will happen. The sight laps will be coming out. Look at it. We got 5 under one umbrella, dude. Dude.
Getting cozy.
And look, you're letting the baby just use a little inflatable penguin. You guys, come on, share the umbrella with the baby. Come on.
So
the dad's just chomping on popcorn. Get over there, Jacob Gettins. Go steal that man's popcorn. I know Jacob loves popcorn. All right, umbrellas are out. Everybody stay dry, but that means we are going to basically have them do sight laps.
Yeah, and what does sight laps mean, Jared? Well, let me feed you, baby bird.
Nice rhetorical question.
So
Go for it.
they're gonna just kind of get a feel of the course. You know, not necessarily drift it, but see what the grip levels are without actually drifting and using tires. So you'll see them off camera here and in the house here. You're gonna see that happening right now as Dimitri and Webb will get a lay of the land as the weather has changed here.
Yeah, not fully at pace, but just and I know that. I'll tell you what, the last section going into outside zone 7, the conditions are slick as it is. It's gotten stickier and tackier, but due to the rubber, that paint, that painted area where that Lucas Oil logo is, it is a very, very slick. That is, I know. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they're like, dude, when you go from 6 to 7. It definitely gets a little slick there, as that is our top 10 currently with 110 out front, and there they are 1 and 2 and 3, and obviously with Talaska going out early, he will not get any more points, but Jerry Johnson here in the top 5. But yeah, so again, 4 of those 5 drivers are here in the final 4, and that is just why I stress, like I said, PROSPEC, so difficult,
right,
so difficult.
We were just talking about how Amanda getting in the grade 8 has jumped her into the top 20, let alone, just one round can do that for you. So here we go.
Sight laps completed. Brudski and Webb seeing a little bit of slick. So we will see the tire agent, final 4. Never settled, Dimitri Brudski, most recent winner. And again, second place in Atlanta, Jason Webb from Cape Town, South Africa. There we go, going in the never settled BMW high on the bank. Look at this as Dima Brudski comes down into that inside clip. Nice job by him now coming in. Look at Webb. I mean, there's still some smoke, so it's just a little bit of drizzle. Come on now, Snoop Dogg. Come on, make it rain. No, or not make it rain.
No, don't say that. You're saying the R word. No.
Into the slickness, and there we go.
Keep it together.
What did I tell you, dude? Hold.
Driftadamus over here.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm telling you. That is the slickest portion of the track.
Man, that was a party despite the weather here changing, as Webb just absolutely throwing the screws to Brudski here as we get nice and tidy to that inner clip. Look at that, just about, I swear the spoiler went over the grill of that Mustang. That's how close Webb was in that transition. He's just so good at getting that car around the back of these the lead runs as we timed that transition really well. Wow, you can see how far Brudski was off that last flip, and that threw Webb off a little bit, but he had enough JTP angle in there to really recover that from that, not making a mistake or an incomplete on his behalf. So great job by both drivers here, but despite Brudski's coming up a little bit short, I felt like he did spin on his side lap there, but you can see how slick it is there through the checkered finish line of the roundy round. As we switch roles now, that Mustang will get the clean air, and Brudski will give chase.
All right, so let's see what we got here as Webb will now lead and Brudski chasing him down. Again, just up here in the booth, we are not feeling the precipitation, but still seeing some smoke, so that's a sign of a good time, and so is Webb, dragging some bumper on the wall, navigating properly in the inside clip. Look at him just on course edge. He does get a couple treads over. Speaking of that tire agent, who is the agent of change right now as Webb pulls away from Brudski. Major mistake by Brudski. Want to run that back, get that truth serum. Brudski coming in shallow on that line. Brudski slide all the way across the checker flag. Look at that, Brudski boogie.
We call it figure skating of motorsports. They were definitely sliding on what looked to be very slick
there. No Tanya Harding and nobody going down here. Why?
Look at that. You can see the reflection off that taillight as that's how close Webb is on that lead run up that bank as he comes down here. A little bit of adjustments coming through as Brudski also kind of lacking smoke there as he lights it back up there in that chase position. But Webb just keeping it lit there. Could have been a little deeper there in the outside zone 4. We get through 5. 6 coming up to Brudski. Coming up short on that transition. And again, Webb also short and Brudski. But if we go from chase to chase, I feel like Brudski left a little bit on the table, Jared, if we're being honest, as compared to Webb's chase was just absolutely bonkers, especially in these kind of patchy conditions. Look at that.
Again, just a little bit of rain. It shows you how much, and this might be a little foreshadowing what we're going to see tomorrow, because you know, we are going to see some rain tomorrow. At what time, to what degree, that is TBD. So it's obviously unfortunate, and we can't do anything about that. Mother Nature, and we're going to keep on going. Definitely slows things down quite a bit, but want to keep that action high, baby, because it's all about the navigation of the vehicles, and you can see still a great show. So absolutely excited. So it shows you, rain or shine, come on out. It's down for a good time. And taking a look here, the judges analyzing, scrutinizing, looking at the verdicts here. All right, so again, tapping in on the outcome here. Remember, Brudski leading the championship, most recent winner. And again, Webb, second place in Atlanta. Keep in mind, if Brudski loses this battle, he still locks in third place because he's number one, right, coming into this round. Webb is a must-win in this scenario. So Webb, obviously, if he goes and moves on, goes to the finals, he would be at worst second, but we will see. So Webb, Brudski, we will see. Again, as the judges have tapped in the outcome. Let's see what we got here. The tire agent, final four. Slide him left for Brudski or right for Jason Webb. One more time. A Jason Webb and a Jason Webb win. Jason Webb, Spider-Man, gets the win. Yes, sir. Jason Webb, Cape Town Caper, comes in and takes out a multiple PROSPEC champion, and now advances on and is going to be on the podium again. Brudski rounds out the podium, but again, the Cape Town Caper, man, look at this guy. Yes, sir. Not all heroes wear capes, but they are from Cape Town, baby. Jason Webb.
Yeah, I really wanted to see the current. This is live driver championship points here. So if Webb takes it all the way, because Retry cannot gain any more points, Webb absolutely can. So he's just a one. If he wins this next battle, that's going to put him in the first place for the championship.
Yep. So, wow. So well done there by Jason Webb. Brudski again. So unreal here as Jerry Johnson and Cameron Sorensen making their way through their sight laps. They've already completed their sight laps in the tire agent final four. Now we are on the other side of it. Cameron Sorensen, Jerry Johnson. So Cameron in the 14. I know he really likes the Cameron.
Yeah,
so
he's
just
very succinct about
there.
that.
Yeah.
And more Sorensen camp on the grass. And there's our...
Brudski's parking in front of Knight, but he still will be on the podium.
Yeah, well, that's not the last time we're going to see him today, so...
No. Not at all.
Johnson, Cameron, pull up. Let's see what transpires.
And there it is. The angry cat. Tell your cat I said. Here we go. Cameron Sorensen, 14 years young, going against Jerry Johnson. Cameron, Optima Batteries. BMW. Let's see how he initiates. Jerry Johnson back there quite a bit. Giving him too much respect there, Jerry. As Cameron comes in, ooh, buddy, some bumping and grinding there. Coming now into that, oh man, Jerry taking that shallower line. That's not where you need to be. Cameron Sorensen, he wants to get back on the box. And this is a must win if either one of these gentlemen want a podium.
What's
Cameron
going
backs
on?
it in, and that's that slickness we were talking about. Cameron comes in hot, overcooks it, slip slides, and takes it to the house.
A little bit to unpack here from beginning to end, Jared.
The back bumper. That's what we need to unpack.
Johnson, was kind of a late start there. I don't know. I don't think it's as wet on the start. I haven't put boots on the ground myself, but kind of way back there. But he does make up. I mean, I was a little worried for both these drivers. That wall was looking very daunting coming in here. Jerry almost got a little action there in the back rear tire of Cameron as we swing it around here, and Johnson taking a bit of a shortcut uncharacteristically through that outer zone 4. Then he almost parks it as he almost over-rotates as well. But then here comes Cameron getting a hold of that, and he doesn't maintain control through the finish line. Now, we'll unpack that later as we look at it again here as we get through outer zone 4, get through 5. You can see Jerry making a correction, almost over-rotating. But now what this means is, yes, he is drifting past the line, but he ultimately parks it after, and they need to unwind or straighten out after the finish line. So that's going to be at face value here to shoot from the hip. That's going to be an incomplete from.
Yeah, you need to have control. That's the biggest one there.
Yeah, he just sprayed his taillight all over that IRP banner there. So.
Yeah, you need to have control.
Bit of an upset.
You see,
he's pumped though. Either way.
Yeah, I saw Jerry's fist out his window, and Cameron gave him one right back. But I'll tell you that again, you need to have control across the finish line. When you come to a halt like that, that's not control. You're losing it. And we give them a sight lapse opportunity, and also they just saw how slick it was with Brutsky and Webb. So Brutsky and Webb having some words. Hopefully it's respectful and
2/3 of our podium there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, to your point, Jared, there is a finish line, but there's a little bit of scrutiny after it. We gotta. It's not a race, but there is a finish line, and that's the definitive point of where we have to.
Yeah, and also sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no worries.
We're just overhearing it. Cameron is at fault, so that means Cameron would need to utilize his competition timeout. Jerry Johnson can get his hands on the car, but would not need to utilize that, and that could be critical, to be quite honest.
Absolutely.
But you could see. What are we fans of here? I'm trying to see.
This more Sorensen camp there. I recognize one of those guys. So.
All right. So, that's Cabot's camp. That's Cabot's camp right there. So, all right. Well, we will get to the bottom of it when we come back. We are talking about Johnson and Sorensen. Cameron, 14 years old, and the new dad that is Cat Daddy, literally Jerry Johnson. So we'll be right back. Webb is already in the finals. Who's he going against, Johnson or Sorensen? We'll find out when we come back.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
All right, welcome back. We got some umbrellas out, and that is unfortunate, but some people obviously enjoying a little bit of sprinkle. Never hurt nobody. You're going to grow there as the geese. They're loving it right now. You can see just the raindrops falling there in the pond. So we got a front row seat there.
National Geographic out here in IRP.
Yeah. And yeah, this guy's hyped right here. Look at this cowboy. A steel horse he rides.
He's wanted.
Dead or alive. But guess what? It's slippery when wet.
Ready?
I think he's living on a prayer.
Start tuning it in.
Yeah. We're halfway there. Take my hand. I'll take you there. All right, so taking a look here at Cameron Sorensen's vehicle. The hood is popped. That is not a good thing. Checking the look, you can see the alignment plates there as well.
Yeah, they got a spare control arm.
Let's go down to Lorette. Lorette, why? I mean, he hit the back end. Why are they looking at the front end?
Well, I'm about to find out. Cam, what is the team working on fixing right now?
Right now, I'm gonna turn my radio off. Right now, we are working on fixing. We're just checking the alignment. We might have to replace a front left corner, but we're currently about to see that. I had a lot of fun with that battle. It was amazing. Jerry tapped me a little bit coming off the bank, but still a really, really good battle. Then I went to that last turn. Everyone warned me it was going to be slick.
All right, the car is moving. They are checking again the alignment. Team is talking from the front of the car to the back of the car. We do have a couple of mechanics in the back right of the car. A lot of chaos. I'm sure you can hear what's going on. Cam, could you finish your sentence?
I completely lost my train of thought, but yeah, everyone was saying that the last turn is going to be really slick. I felt it during the sight lap, but it didn't feel as slick as it was. Coming out of that, hit the wall, but I just let off throttle a little bit. But still really fun. I had a really good battle with Jerry. That was amazing.
Well, Cam, there's a lot going on. I'll let you catch your breath. And guys, lots of stuff going on down here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left.
All right, thank you so much, Lorette. As you can see, he was showing you the steady, calm nerves are a little bit. All right, the trash man right here holding it down. Yeah, look at this guy. He's laser focused. Homeboy there in the middle, he wants to get that lettuce wet. Look at that lettuce on his head, man. Yeah, dude, he doesn't mind. Let that soul glow. You know what I'm saying? He's got them curls. Curls for the girls.
Looks like they're buttoning it up here, Jared. They probably got a minute and a half left, maybe.
Yep. So I think this is just refinement, and I think it's smart.
Whoa.
You know, you're going to utilize it.
Just kidding.
Make sure that hood's closed. That would just be harder than Brandon. Start it up. Oh, that. Yeah. All right, we're good. Yeah, just using the breaker bar or the jack handle. Yeah, get the fridge out there, dude. They had to tear it home. You've seen it. Get it once. It's a trick. I'll show you later.
Yeah,
right,
we'll talk to
Randy.
Well, it's a whole family affair down here. We were talking to Brandon a little bit earlier, Amanda, Randy. I love the insight. You said you didn't think that the cars were going to come back in one piece with their battle. Cam now going back out there to fight. What do you have to say about your youngest?
I'm proud of them all.
A man of few words, but he already has his phone in his pocket. He wants to go watch. I know, I'm not going to keep you from it. You're good.
I'm good now.
Did you give him
at the beginning, so now just calm down. We're on our way back out. Cameron's going to try to put it on his door, see if he can push him to make a mistake. We'll see.
Absolutely. I think, in my opinion, it was more Cameron needed to get that good run in, especially after what happened out there. So his adrenaline is built up, and you can see that. I said before you go out, I know that you feel like we didn't finish that battle, but you're resetting and you're going out for your next battle. So make sure you put the blinders on and focus on what's ahead of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Randy, is it pride that's making you emotional?
Passion. Yes.
Anyways, I know Jerry is one of his best friends. He battled Jerry before when he was earning his license. So I know he really enjoys racing against him. So just like he does his sister, it's going to be a good battle. We'll see.
Incredible. Thank you both so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorette. Some great insight there as Amanda says, look, Control-Alt-Delete, reset, let's do it. And like Randy said there, he's got that run, need to put down a good one. They respect each other. Let's have some fun. And Cameron even said it. That was a lot of fun. I had a good run, but what's even more fun? Winning.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a hill to climb if he wants to make that happen. Like you said, he's going to have to kind of force a mistake in that chase position, which against Jerry, that's going to be a big ask.
Super stoked. Thank you, guys, gals, children of all ages. This dude likes blue, man. Look, blue case, blue lid, blue jacket. I'm blue, da ba dee ba doo da. Take a photo. There he is.
The blue man.
The little boy in blue, dude.
Yeah.
The blue boy group. There he is, just snapping away. All right. So what do we got here? Cameron Sorensen, Jerry Johnson. The second half of this battle. Again, competition timeout. Cameron did have to utilize his because he was at fault. Jerry Johnson got hands on the car. He didn't have to use it. So again, here is Jason Webb on the other side waiting. I saw some fresh tires going on there. Of course, the GT radial variety, all of them using GT radials, all of them utilizing the link engine management system. So scrubbing them, dubbing them.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's bold tactic here getting out of the rubber. So that water sits on top of that rubber that's been laid down. So I got my eyes on him.
We waiting for him to
but yeah, like I was saying, that water will get on top of the rubber, so he's trying to get heat in the tire as much as he can, because from what we saw in that pond, it's from what we can tell in the booth that it's probably a little more slick there than usual. So they're going to take another sight lap. Okay. Because like I was saying, we can't tell from the booth that it's more wet out there besides going to the pond, but judging by maybe the water on the side of the windows here, you can see that there's been a lot more precipitation that's landing and sticking.
Well, Jerry's still back at the line.
He's pointing towards the exit. What's going on?
Yeah.
He's going back. He's back to grid. Did he? Yeah. Maybe he's taking his own 5 because he got the courtesy 10.
So Jerry might be calling a comp timeout.
Where'd Chris go?
All right, well,
Chris go?
So Jerry's pulling off track now. All right, so wondering why Jerry is going back.
Yeah, maybe we can get some insight through our internal channels.
And there we go. Kitty gang, kitty gang. So yeah, you can definitely see the rain coming down here. Got some Corey Talaska shirts there. Got some Talaska fans. There you go. Oh snap. Oh, you like to move it. We like to party. We like to party. Look at that. Oh, the water. Oh, sheesh. Save some for the rest of us, player. Okay. Twerking and working it. And Cameron Sorensen. So wondering did Jerry call a comp timeout? Is he headed back? All right. So don't know exactly what was communicated or the lack thereof, but Jerry Johnson now heads back. So Cameron waiting here, but Cameron back in the pits, and nobody's there. Okay, they're coming out of the booth.
The litter's out.
Yeah. And
interesting turn of events here, Jerry. I'm not, without getting insight from maybe his wife, but I put the smoke signal out to see if we can get some insight, but
all right. All right, so here we are taking a look. And yeah, Lorette, down to you. The 5-minute clock is starting. He went to the line, did that, and then he's back here. We're all kind of scratching our head. What's going on?
Yeah, well, he came right back here. He's running into his trailer. He was on the phone with someone. They are at the front of the car. Kevin, do you know what's happening?
I guess he said the steering rack felt funny, so they're going to try to just check it out real quick, add some more fluid, and do whatever they can in 5 because they can't change the rack out. So do what they can and get her back out there.
Kev, thank you very much for the insight. So Jerry has his hands in the car, in the front of the car, and obviously I'm not going to interrupt him and talk to him unless he comes over, but small 2-3-man team working on this car, trying to get it back on track, and we are looking at 4:05 on the clock left.
All right, thank you, Lorette. And this looks like a great time for Guess the Part, because I'm going to guess what's going on here.
I want to guess the part.
To be honest, we've already seen it, so we can't guess it. Excuse me? Here we go. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Guess the Part.
I'm gonna be making it even worse. Today is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Mario! Dude, 21 finally.
52, old fart, man.
Dude.
Yep, 52. Got a bleeder here. I don't know, proportioning valve or some shit, something brake related.
Keep going.
Like a hydraulic booster assisted type shit.
I'll take it. I'll take it. He said brake related and he said hydraulic. I'll take it. So, ABS pump.
Okay.
For a 1990 Chevy Suburban.
Oh, 90 Suburban.
Oh, yeah.
The very beginning of ABS.
Andy Haley, O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. Brother.
I'm scared. Last time I did this, you guys made it look like I kissed Ryan Turk. If anybody else blows through it, let me know. I want to know who I swapped spit with.
Turk did it first, actually.
Oh, I did? Okay, damn it, I kissed Turk. So,
that was him.
Dude, what the hell is this thing? Heavy.
It's heavy. It must be expensive.
Maybe like a direct injection? I don't know.
So it is a hydraulic ABS pump.
Oh, that
for
makes sense. Yeah.
A 1990 Chevy Suburban.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do I get to keep it?
Sure.
Oh, Marines are losing their tents.
What's that? You gotta give it back? Sorry.
No.
All right, 2:24 left, and don't know exactly what's going on here. He said the rack felt funny, and again, you called it out when he came out that most recent time and pulled back in. When he was warming up the tires, we saw that that he went off of the rubber area, the burnout box. He went just outside of it to maybe scrub tires, just to maybe see if it was something.
Yeah, because despite without getting boots on the ground here, and he's probably going to feel that rack in that drier area because we got enough water in the burnout box. The water's on top of the rubber. It's going to be very slick. You're probably not going to feel that whatever's wrong with the rack itself. So it looks like they're going to. I've seen this trick before. They'll take like a turkey baster, suck the fluid out of the reservoir, and put a new one in to kind of do like a quick flush. But it looks like bummer.
What is going on here? Jerry's out? No
Unfortunately.
way. Lorette,
Yeah.
what happened?
Jerry, what happened?
You know what? Unfortunately, in that hit with Cameron, we blew out the rack. We were trying to do some gentle fixes, is how we're going to call it. They weren't going to work. We weren't able to get it repaired. We are going to come to Vegas with our hearts full, our minds right. Maybe an extra few parts or two, you know. I don't know, you learn from your mistakes. I'm super proud of the team this weekend and how we drove and how we adapted. This track has been a challenge. It has been very, very hard, but honestly, I had the time of my life. The car is running so good. I'm so grateful for all the people that are supporting me. This team works so hard. We run a little two-man team, and we're constantly moving, we're constantly working. You know, we're just gonna learn from this, and that's all we're gonna do is continue on. I'm very happy about our results, and we're gonna move forward.
Is this one of your highest finishes?
I've gotten top 4 before. I got top 4 in Atlanta, and so I mean, see you. We're not doing too bad. Let's come on, everybody. You know.
It's amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for all the insight. Congratulations to your team working so hard and to you as well.
Hey, look, I want a podium so bad, and I'm coming for one. I won't stop till I get there, baby. Woo!
There we go, the Cat Daddy. Congratulations, a Final Four. Obviously not the result he wants. He should definitely hold his head high, and you can feel the emotions. He's on the verge of tears and emotion, but guess what? Cameron Sorensen is back on the podium, and he wants to better. I think did he get third place? I think he got third place. Lawns was second behind Brutsky, if I'm not mistaken, and again, Cameron Sorensen.
Yeah, that'd be third place.
Yeah, so again, 50-40-30. So, yeah, look at that. So the slickness, that's how you modify and roll through it. He's not rolling coal, he's rolling some moisture.
Making outer zone 8? Yeah, a little bit.
Yep, so, all right. So the contact happened here, and he talked about that contact. Oh,
because I was focusing on the finish, so they must be talking about there, because there's the wheel-to-wheel, and that's gonna be detrimental to that. The tie rod's gonna force all that energy into that rack, and unfortunately, Jerry just couldn't get the car back together. And that might be attributed to why he over-rotated there, too. What a turn of events here. We did not expect that to happen. That was just when you think someone's sealed, fate is sealed, and there it is.
All right, so looks like the Grom, 14 years old, is going to the finals. It will be Jason Webb and Cameron Sorensen in the finals. Dmitry Brutsky will round out the podium here in third place. So Cameron getting some fresh GT radials after, again, half a battle between him and Jerry Johnson. Jerry just a bit outside. Fourth place, again, a new father, him and his family and his trio. But as the sun sets, the lights are on. Local time 9:20 or 9:19 exactly. But Brutsky sits there. Jason Webb sitting in second. Cameron Sorensen, Corey Talaska, and Jerry Johnson. So Corey and Jerry will hold those positions as they were knocked out. But right now it's Cameron and Jason to see where they land after our finals are set here at round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. 14 years old. We're going to run. We're going to come back. The family Sorensen, Swiss family Sorensen right now going down. And Cameron and Jason Webb. America versus South Africa. BMW versus a Mustang. This is Midwest Mayhem. Don't go anywhere. One more battle left here in Indy.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Remember, don't forget to watch every round of Formula Drift live, free on Racer Plus. Every event, every battle right here on the Racer Plus app. Formula Drift is completely free. It bears repeating. People are like, app, it's behind it. No. Enjoy all practice, qualifying, top 32. So all of it going down on the Racer Plus app. Oh, man. So we have, again, one more battle left, and it is the finals.
Yes.
It's been exciting, and it's just shaking things up, and joy and pain, and now we got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, a few upsets, you know, like when we think something's locked in, and then all of a sudden fate has a different answer. But yeah, this is going to be a good one here is with Sorensen and Webb. Webb's, you know, not going to back down. He doesn't care how old the kid is. He's going to put it all out there.
No, and I think that Webb has obviously. He's older. Cameron's a little bit looser. He's got some nerves here. He's in the finals. We doted on him. You know, the Sorensen family. Amanda, the first ever female to podium. We have Cameron Sorensen, the youngest. You know, Brandon Sorensen. He's currently third place in the championship. Like
for pro, yep.
Yeah, for pro. Thank you. And you know, but Jason Webb, he's fought to get here. He got second place in Atlanta. He'd love to make better that. Again, both these guys. Just really refining their craft and just getting some carbon fiber trophies, man. That's what they want.
Absolutely. If you look back at the points, so if Webb wins, he's going to get first in the champion points. But Cameron would just be short of overtaking that second position. So there's your stats.
There are stats. We have yet to see the cars on the line, but you can see the age, the town, the cars, the power, the Instagram handles. So Cameron and Webb, the finals are set. One more battle left, and hey, spotters, it's slick going into outside zone 7. Just FYI.
Is it?
A little slick, little slick. Slip and slide, take it to the house. All right, there they are, trolling their way back to the start line, going to the burnout box. And as they enter the burnout box, you can see them scrubbing their GT radial tires.
You can see any smoke develop here, like the character in the car swinging.
Yeah, so there it is. So yeah, that's a good indicator of how much rain. It's not dumping, it's drizzling. As she is shocked by how little rain it is. You see that face?
Look at this shot here, Jared.
Yeah, beautiful shot here.
Cascading down
there. Yeah, it's again, it's just enough to just to wet your whistle.
Yeah.
You know, and just to gloss the track. And like I said, that outside zone 7, it's painted, it's slick, and we saw Cameron handle that pretty well. Webb, he felt it as well. So again, they had sight laps. He had that battle against Brudski, and he came out on top. So we are ready to send it. Cameron Sorensen will lead. Yeah, Cameron Sorensen came into this round 3rd. And check out these heat waves, dog. Yo. Hey. We're in bat country. We're in bat country. Nice snap-on lid there. Like the snap-on hat, homeboy. There's a choice when it comes to tools. All right, real lap, no sight lap. Judges, get on your toes. Here we go. Cameron Sorensen, Jason Webb, are you ready to send it? Indy, first time ever making history as Formula Drift is here at IRP Indy Raceway Park. Round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. 14 years young, Cameron Sorensen, the Optum Batteries BMW, initiates. South African driver, non-stop tuning, Mustang in the chase position, down low on angles. Jason Webb, Cameron maxing out the angle. Lots of smoke coming out the car. We got good conditions now, but again, coming to the outside zone 7, you got to tiptoe. Oh, no! As Webb really pushing, and Cameron stays in it. Yes, sir! Cameron, what a G! He took that on the chin. It doesn't matter what age you are. Absolutely a titan. Cameron stayed in it. Webb came in hot. He tries to nudge him out of the way, but Cameron, yes, sir. Wow.
That.
Apparently, he can take a hit.
Woohoo, Jared, look at this. A little uncharacteristic from Webb here. I thought he was going to have a little more aggression on that bank, but Cameron put the car right where it needs to. Webb sacrificing a little bit of angle to gain that ground in that chase position. Cameron dropping a little bit of a tire here, but here we go on this last transition before that contact. Webb getting way in front of the pocket, but look at, he almost puts Cameron back into position where he wanted to be in the first place as we get through the slick part of the course as Webb falls back a little bit there, but wow, look at these guys just bumping and grinding.
Watch Cameron dive in. So watch Cameron's
Webb.
not in that outside. Yeah, sorry, Webb. Webb was not even in that outside zone box.
So I don't think Cameron kind of looked offline, if I'm being a little bit honest here.
Really?
I think so. I think he lost a little momentum if he transitioned. Now we can't play Minority Report here, but if he didn't get hit, I feel like he would have came up really short in that last outer clip.
Outer 6?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But watch how Webb wasn't even in that outside zone. Webb was really outside of the outside zone. So what's that? All right.
Okay.
Relax, dude.
What?
All right, so again, let's take a look at that as, again, Cameron and Jason Webb. As Jason Webb will lead, Cameron Sorensen giving chase. Yeah, there was some good contact there. Absolutely exciting here. Want to take a look at what transpires.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a judge. I can just speculate.
Yeah, you can feel it. So again, they went into it. It was want to see the initiation and what goes down here. He took that hit.
Yeah, maybe we can take another few looks here as they're going to get some eyeballs on the car here as they pull off the start line.
All right, so it looks like Cameron, he's pulling off. And yeah, so again, that contact there, we got to see basically who's at fault. Again, it looked like Jason was exceeding Cameron in that outside zone 5 before they went into the last 2, hit it and quit it, the touch and goes. So want to see again.
Put me in my place.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, that's just what I saw. With my
I guess I wasn't, fully encapsulating that whole event.
It's hard to look at both.
Yeah.
At the same time, because again, you're focused. If you're looking at the lead, you're kind of anticipating that, but yeah, just that contact. I like the kind of just taking it on the chin, but we'll have to see. We'll have to take a look as.
Taking another nightly tour of the pits here.
Yeah. Again, this is the finals. This is where you want to you want to leave it all out on the track at this point. So the judges are reviewing.
I think they're
look at that. Looks like the rain is coming down a little bit more aggressively. And want to confirm who is at fault here because
we're told Webb was. Actually, I don't know if you heard that. Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yep. Webb was at fault, so he's going to hang out while Cameron's going to get 10 minutes to.
Did Webb already use his comp timeout?
I can neither confirm nor deny. If so, he's just probably ready to rip anyway. Maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to.
Okay.
I'm taking the bolts. They look good.
Trying to see what's going on here and getting underneath Cameron's car. And you could see all hands on deck. And so comp timeout does. Right, I don't know. I don't know if he needs to use the comp timeout because you said that Webb is at fault, so he should be getting a complimentary 10.
You let us know when.
He's not touching anything yet.
Yeah, saying don't touch anything, just inspecting the car. All right, let's move on with it. Come on now. Get hands on the car, get the thing ready. Let's go. Let's cook.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. All right, time starting now. So 10 minutes. The clock starts now. You can see again the alignment plates coming out. Just the suspension's so maxed out. Just the smallest little incremental off that's going to really affect the attitude of the vehicle and the comfortability of the driver. And you saw that with Jerry Johnson, obviously really messed up his rack, but that contact it was definitely lateral. You were over there with the judges there, Matt. What are they discussing? What are we looking at? Obviously, we have deemed Webb at fault, but what about contact? What else are they looking at?
We're kind of looking at reviewing a tape of the start, actually, if Cameron jumped it. But they wanted my expert advice. It looked simultaneous as the lights extinguished, the front end of that car came up, and that's kind of what they were reviewing. I'm not sure if that's what they're reviewing still here. They're kind of hovering over the TV. But that doesn't seem to be an issue. But maybe we can just look at a few other replays to see what transpired there. But.
Yeah, again, you looked at it, the judges looked at it, and again, you're as far as pro goes, you're down on the line, so you have the trigger in the hand to restart if the cone was hit. But this instance is if you jump or you sleep on the light. And I know there were some words thrown from the spotters tower saying, check the start, and Cameron,
he's on
almost simultaneous.
Yeah, he had a good reaction time.
14-year-old reaction time, dude. Not saying that old guys can't do it, but 14-year-old reaction time doesn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah, and without we don't have a lot. Yeah, it's just hard to. And you don't want to.
We don't have
win
laser
that way,
beam start like a drag race. We don't have that, and that's what the chicane is intended to do.
Mm-hmm.
And as a chase car, you can leave the start line before the lead car. So if that's something you're going to anticipate, that nanosecond of a start, I don't think that's going to be a huge factor in what's going on here. The repercussions of being caught up in the entirety of the track. If you're really hung up on that, I think you have bigger fish to fry as far as the start goes. If it's massive, it's going to be an issue. But
yeah,
I don't think it's that big of an issue when it's just that microscopic.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys, they're there's a few pros out there that they are just like on top of that light, and they just really like, you know, playing a little drag race just before the chicane and with the light.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys that are like, okay, let's go, and you know, the chase driver. That's another thing that probably a lot of spotters don't look at. You know, they're talking about on the actual course. So, but you also can't be sleeping in the chase position. You can't, you know, anticipate that too much, because if you go too far ahead in the chase position, you get kind of
you get checked up.
Yep.
You're setting yourself for failure, because if you time it wrong and somebody goes to initiate, yeah, it's definitely a problem. Headlights off and on. Don't know what that's indicating. I don't know if he was checking.
Maybe
power.
He thought it was off to begin with and turned them.
Well, most of them are on, so. All right. So yeah, just to re-rack, this was run 1. Cameron Sorensen initiates out front. Jason Webb. See him a little bit lower there, not totally far back, but not as much angle as Cameron. Cameron hits that outside zone, so here goes Cameron outside zone. Now watch this transition here. Webb, he's not as deep as Cameron. That's what I was talking about right there. So, you know, he might have corrected him, but we'll never know. He did have that contact. He got to the door of him, but, you know, wasn't, again, Cameron was into that outside zone, the third to last, that outside zone, that full area. Webb was not all the way in there. He was mimicking the angle, but wasn't back in the pocket.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
He wasn't exceeding him. He just wasn't in that ideal position that he was to mimic placement of the car. He mimicked angle, but not placement of those rear wheels.
I agree, Jared. Now we'll get the second half of this final battle underway. So Webb had a little bit of a No, I guess that it was complete with contact, so we just had to determine fault on who was going to get the 10 or the 5. So we did have a complete run.
All right, here we go. The finals are set. All right, so again, between that time of that last battle, and we are... Okay, it looks like a sight lap is requested here.
Yeah, even on our screen here, you can see the rain a lot more visible. And in the time which we started at 10-minute,
I mean, it's been a considerable amount of time, and regardless. So as you know, Jason Webb from Cape Town, South Africa, he's been wanting to come over here to the States for some time. He has been spending some time here with his family, his wife, and basically he's always wanted to come to Formula Drift. I had the opportunity to meet him personally in Johannesburg at Gymkhana Grid back in the day. Rest in peace, and Block. We were over there and having a good time. And non-stop tuning Ford Mustang. You know, it's really cool to see him, you know, come over here, you know, take the strides, really invest a lot of time. He's got Justin Pollock, a former Formula Drift competitor, in his ear. He's a passionate fellow. He has his own shop, Hotline. He's a father, husband, and he builds parts. And so he's a great asset to really lean into. Jason Webb talking about utilizing him as an asset in his ear and even touching his car, you know.
And it's showing, like, in his rookie here in ProSpec, he's, like I said, he's no rookie to drifting, but in ProSpec, he's really shown his prowess, you know, setting up his program over here in the States.
Yeah, and the convertible, not the best of choice right now, but you know what? Drop top, flip-flops, tank tops. Let's go. Let's take it all the way to the podium for Jason Webb. But Cameron Sorensen, again, both these guys, again, Corey Talaska won Atlanta, Dimitri Brutsky won in Stafford, Connecticut, and now who's going to win? Neither of those guys for sure. They're still in conversations of the championship, but now the lights have extinguished. Let's send it for a little bit of wet run here for Jason Webb. Cameron Sorensen in that chase position. Webb, look at that. Smoke coming off the car, and look at that. Jason Webb comes down into that inside zone, dropping in. Cameron Sorensen just nicks that inside clip. Webb with some good angle now coming in. Webb, great placement in those outside zones. Cameron Sorensen, where you at, bud? As Webb brings it high and tight on that baby bank. Now bring it across. Webb, dragon bumper. That was across the finish line. The finish line was back there quite a bit, but it was definitely just exciting, just going across that checkered flag, that painted slick area. That was the second run. So do we have a winner? That is the question. If we have a winner, we'll bring him down in front of the stands. Let's run it back and take a look at the second run.
Boy, as much rain as we've seen, there's still a lot of smoke pouring out of these cars, Jared, as we get through that outer bank, and you kind of see a lot of adjustments here, getting nice and tidy with that inner clip as Webb drops a tire or two, but he does his signature kind of transition to that outer 3, going into 4. Cameron dropping a tire or two himself as he tries to play catch up here. sacrificing a lot of lane, a lot of real estate, a lot of angle alignment. Webb, both of them just slipping through that checkered through the finish line. So they did keep their composure. They did unwind. So there's no incompletes there. As Cameron putting on the pressure here as we get our FRE pouches replay, get real close personal with these cars. As Cameron, you can see, drops. I want to say 2 there, but as much as the desk fit, that Webb is not going to be enough to overturn what I think is going to happen here as far as a result. The judges are conferring here on a lot of the monitors, so judging by their demeanor, there might be something else going on that I don't know about.
I think they're taking a look, again, just between all the delays, what's going on, even previous to this, the Jerry Johnson delay, jumping back and forth and all these things. So it's been tumultuous. Neither of these guys stepping out of the car. I'd love to see them just kind of dab it up and be like, dude, good battle, between a young warrior and a South African soldier here, as talking about that of Cameron Sorensen and Jason Webb. I think a really exciting final. We'll see. Is it going one more time? Do we have a definitive decision? This is a tough one because we saw the contact. Is that at fault? Is that somebody slowing down? Was somebody out of the pocket? Did somebody hit the right zones? Did somebody disrupt somebody? There's so many different elements to take into consideration. The rain does not help. I'm just going to say that on initiation, in the convertible, but track conditions, yes. The outside zone 7 is slick, as is the initiation, as is everywhere.
Yep.
So you need to be cognizant of that. You are on the same track that you saw previously in other battles. It's different degrees. That's Mother Nature. That happens. I think that should be celebrated, that we run when it's wet. There's many motorsports that don't, but here we are. So all that should absolutely be celebrated. So, all right, do we have a winner? We do have a winner, so let's bring him down here in front. And Brutsky waiting in the wings. I see him making his way from the pits. Let's bring him down here and celebrate. Join us at the podium in the pit area. It is not unanimous. It is not a unanimous decision, so that means it is 2-1, but there is a winner. So an exciting outcome here for one of these drivers, but again, regardless, it is a new winner in the 2026 season, and a win for the first time for one of these drivers. Here's Jason Webb, a rookie, Cameron Sorensen, and again, they're joined by points leader up until this point, and Jason Webb lighting them up. Salvatore burnout here, and Cameron Sorensen joining him as well. There is Webb.
Brutsky's probably going to want to party.
All right. Make sure you can see each other. This is again, the celebratory burnout for all of them as they are all on the podium.
I didn't get the message, Jared. Never settle, never lift, apparently.
Yeah, look at that. Solid burnout.
That's a cooker.
Brutsky. Yes, sir. Creating some steam there.
Yeah.
Got the rice cooker under the hood there. For that is Cameron.
Smoking out the crowd. You're welcome, guys.
All right, so again, Jason Webb, reminder, second place in Atlanta. Cameron Sorensen, he was on the podium in Connecticut. And now we are talking about taking a look. Again, this is not unanimous, but again, we'll start with third place and I'll give you the winner. Thank you so much for joining us here. Remember, tomorrow, round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. We've seen podiums from all 3 of these drivers, the order being shaken up. Matt, what a day it's been yesterday into today.
Yesterday, today, we've wrapped up this round for the PROSPEC. It's been fighting tooth and nail, fighting the weather a little bit of the wall fighting, but
16 from 16 on, it's been really exciting.
Absolutely.
Not a fan of the rain, of course, but they know the elements. There it is, some hugs from our finalists 1 and 2. Now let's celebrate the podium. This gentleman's tired.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss. Here we go. Your podium finishers here. Join us at the trophy ceremony. Third place at round 3 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. Your points leader, Dmitry Brutsky. lovely wife, family helping him out. And now your winner between these two drivers. It'll be the first win for one of these drivers. Both have podiumed this year and ready to make history once again. Is it a South African driving a Mustang or a 14-year-old driving a BMW from Las Vegas? Again, 2-1, not unanimous. It bears repeating. 2-1, your winner here at round 3 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship is Cameron Sorensen. Gets the win.
Let's go!
Cameron Sorensen, Optima Batteries, BMW gets the win. And with that, second place from South Africa in the non-stop tuning BMW is Jason Webb in the Ford Mustang. Non-stop tuning Ford Mustang. What did I say there?
You said BMW.
My bad. Jerry Johnson there in 4th. Congratulations. Cameron Sorensen with the victory. His sister giving him a hug. Just seeing the celebration. Cameron gets the victory. And this is how it ended. Cameron Sorensen gets Robin Nishida's vote. Brian Eggert one more time. And there we go. We are seeing Reese Marin side with Cameron Sorensen. Making history in Connecticut, the youngest and now the youngest to win a Formula Drift event. Congratulations. Standing, there it is, #1 for Cameron Sorensen. Let's get him off the roof, off the hood, and down on the ground. Lorette Nickel, down to you with the youngest ever winner of Formula Drift, Cameron Sorensen.
Perhaps one of the most incredible celebrations. Drivers all over coming to celebrate with you. Cameron Sorensen, you have done it. Not only have you claimed your first ever win, but you have done it with such an incredible crowd here. Can you even describe this moment?
I really can't describe it. This is one of the best days of my life. Getting to drive this car, all my friends around, my family. I'm just so excited. Thanks to all my sponsors, my mom, my dad, brother, sister. Thanks to Amanda for letting me win that one. But I'm so excited. Thank you to Ken, my engine builder, said it last time. I'm gonna say it again. This thing has held up through everything I've abused it. But I'm so excited.
We are so excited for you. Here, come here. I know this is scary. He's backing away from me. But your dad was talking about how emotional he was earlier on. And Randy, he had mentioned pride and passion. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, this is, like I said, the best day of my life. This is my favorite sport, most passionate about this, and putting hours and hours and hours on the sim, just lap after lap, has helped me get here. I'm so excited.
You have done it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our winner here in round 3, Indianapolis, Cameron Sorensen.
Let's go. That's what he says, and his brother there waiting in the wings. Now, Cameron Sorensen, our winner here at round 3 with one more round left to decide a 2026 Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. You can see the joy, pride, and the tears in their eyes. And look at these standings. Dimitri Bruzzi still leads the pack. Webb holds second, and Cameron Sorensen slides into 3rd. Talaska 4th, Jerry Johnson 5th. You know who else is 3rd? His brother, Brandon Sorensen,
That's right.
over in the Pro Championship. The work begins tomorrow for him, but lawns, mayor, so on and so forth.
You got it. This has just been a lot of turns here, no pun intended, with the transitions, and
7
just
zones.
the results here we've seen. You know, not everything is at face value, so it's just great job to these drivers, and congratulations to the Sorensen team. That's good job here tonight. I really like what I saw. Out of both drivers, you know, I'm a Mustang guy, but you know, Sorensen definitely put on a show here, as did everyone else in the top 16. There was no slouches here.
Well, you can see it's a family affair, and again, he thanked his mom, his dad, his siblings, and his team. So you can just feel it, see it, and hear it. So what a day, and we are going to wash, rinse, and repeat tomorrow for round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Who's going to come out on top? We will see. So it's been an exciting day, and again, we saw qualifying yesterday. Thank you so much, Matt.
Well, thank you, Jared. It's always a pleasure being up here and sharing what I think out there.
All right, well, go back down to the start line, send them down there. Thank you to Lorette and Nickel, and thank you to the fans for joining us either in the building or online on Racer Plus Network. Grid Walk, Pro Main Event, Top 32. My man Greg Bussell does the Grid Walk and talks some smack as we are popping and locking here tomorrow. Once again, thank you so much on behalf of the whole Formative staff, team, crew, and everybody, drivers, team, sponsors. I'm Jared Dienda. We'll see you tomorrow. Send it. We'll see you online, and we'll see you another time.